Hello everyone, it's Finn, your host of the Distracted Podcast, and your Dungeon Master for right here on Adventures in Habanshall, which we're about to get into the first episode of. But before that happens, I figured I should tell our true D&D nerds a bit of a warning, as well as give you a history of the continent, and introduce our characters. First and foremost, for all our true D&D nerds out there, I have homebrewed pretty much everything about this world, in the history, and just about everything. What? So if everything goes against the rules you know and love, just know this is in the name of fun and storytelling.
Is this even 5e?
It is indeed 5e for all our true nerds. And you know what? We're going to screw up rules, and there are going to be a bunch of new ones you've never even heard of. Now, into some history. 85 years ago, on the continent of Habanshall, the war with the dragons from the south ended. During this war, a mysterious organization of sorts, known simply as the Empire, rose up and united the kingdoms to fend off these dragons. Now, the entire continent is ruled by this mysterious empire, yet all of the kingdoms were allowed to keep their land so long as they paid homage and attended a council of this empire. Besides a select few who have been to the council, no one knows who runs this empire, and those that do know don't say anything about them. Now, as this time of peace is settling in after 85 years, and things have returned to a good state, adventures still await those seeking some danger. In fact, we have Thorn, our wood elf monk, and a cartographer of some renown, making maps from his home in the elven capital of Ishi. We have his half-brother, Oscar, a dark elf rogue from the city of Dishi, not far off from the elven capital of Ishi. He has a mission for the Dark Elves of some regard. As to what end, none can say for now. We then have the boy Lucius, who has the spirit of someone named Navarra living within him, casting wildish magic that sometimes spontaneously explodes out of control. He seeks a way to control this power, and maybe how to help this spirit. Finally, we have G, the Triton barbarian from the south. Having come from the waters, under the waters, he now explores the land, looking for ways to get stronger, and other than that, just wanting to get away from his home. Will our adventurers discover the truth behind who runs the Empire? Or will they simply learn more about themselves and complete their own personal quests? Well, you'll just have to wait and find out as we begin our adventures in Habanshall. Alright. last we met, our adventures began with Thorn looking out of his window and seeing an explosion, and a young boy flying from this explosion, joined by his brother Oscar, who was coming back from getting food, I think we established. Could be anything. They decided to go and investigate the library where this person had crashed. Discovering it being a child, they asked questions and learned that he was studying in the college located in the city of Ishi. Afterwards, meeting up with a higher-up elf in the college there, who offered them a job to do something for the college by going to the dark elf city of Dishi and retrieving an item from the store Dingles, Things, and Tings. Yes, the greatest name of all time.
Things and Tings.
Wait, how did I not realize that the Dark Elf City is literally just the regular Elf City with the D
Did I-
added because the Dark Elves.
Oh, I didn't tell you.
Dishi.
Well, Ishi is planter in this elven language. I don't know the actual D&D elf language, but my homebrew, Ishi is planter and Dishi is dark planter. So. But you're not an elf, so you
I know Elvish.
You do know Elvish, but I told you because you would know this. But anyways, after going to the college and speaking with the headmaster of the college for a little while,
Yes.
the crew got ready to set out when G the Triton showed up and met with Lucius and was inquiring about an adventure.
That
and
guy.
ended up
Gee whiz.
challenging this mysterious elf to an arm wrestling match that ended with a thunderstep outside of the college, knocking over Thorn and Oscar in spectacular fashion. You didn't take damage. You just fell over from the blast.
Wait, who did
I didn't do Thunderstep.
It was,
No,
it was
it was not him. It was.
So I mean,
the elf
really,
that
if
stole
you
from
think about it,
the
he cheated.
I did defense to this.
So
So the elf that we don't, is that the one that approached us originally?
Yes.
Okay. But he told us his name was
Just-
Lyors.
You were told when you get to Dingles, Things, and Tings to tell them you were there. You were sent there by Leoras.
Lyors.
But as far as you know, he knows that's not his name because that name is not on the staff list. But he also does not know this elf's name, and that is all you know about him. These two went up to Lucius's exploded room, where they met Mirka, the repairist, I suppose is a good title for her. I didn't give her a proper title.
The Mender.
Yeah. Lucius was kind of getting all hot
Hardly
with
know
her
her.
for a bit. It was not fun.
wait, what?
Remember you were like,
You're a child.
Shh. Yes. Continue.
anyways, afterwards, Lucius
What?
had an interesting...
Children can't have crushes? Come on.
Lucius had an interesting episode with a mysterious woman's voice named...
It was not Merca.
What is her freaking name again? What's her name?
They don't know her name.
What is it? Whatever.
Okay, but for the viewers,
I
Yes.
do.
but for the viewers, it
Navarra?
was Navarra.
Navarra. I can't
Navarra.
remember. You came up with it. I wrote it down, but I didn't remember how it's
Naivra.
pronounced. Yeah.
So it's Lucius and Navarre, right?
Lucius and Navarra.
And afterwards, speaking with his geography teacher and the mysterious elf once again. And then finally, heading outside back with Oscar and Thorn. Set off on this adventure, which, also for the record, you have the item still, which is the mysterious box with gears and is always making weird whirring sound.
So we met him.
This is very.
You have not officially met him.
Hey.
You've seen him, and you've seen him talk to him, but you've not, talked to him
Hey
yet.
Finn, this box is really worrying me.
So it begins.
And what did they go up to? They went back to Lucius's
Began
room
the day
for
I was
what?
born.
He went to get just some of his
Oh, okay.
items.
Okay.
But yeah,
And we were just waiting on them.
yeah,
Okay.
went out front. And now you would have returned from Leon's office, and you would have actually already been out there with them, so you can have a couple seconds of conversation.
Why, hello, I am G.
Oscar. Is that a fish?
And if I remember correctly, I think that your companion said your bushy head and your dog, correct?
Yeah, that's right. And what's your name, fish?
G.
G the fish.
I warned you.
All right. You can keep calling him dog, but I'm Thorn.
Thorn. It's nice to meet you.
You told him that the dark elf people are called dogs.
And what do you do, fish? Or G? Excuse me.
I smash things, yes.
I would like an insight check to see if I can see what the heck is going on with him. To understand if he knows what the heck he's talking about.
Sure. Go for it.
Just because I knew Joey. Just because I
Oh.
knew Joey would get called a dog. We like
It's a high roll.
nat
21.
You know that as far as he is concerned, he's completely correct in what he is saying about you. However, you would notice with that high roll, he does know that's not what elves are called.
Okay. So I know that he was told this by someone.
Most likely.
I literally stated that I was told by your companion that that's what to call both of you. I said that out loud.
The look of
And,
disdain on Joey's face right now.
From what you can see, I seem basically you ask what I do.
Mhm.
I smash things.
Smash things.
Oh,
And
yeah. Also, really quick with that, might want to describe your character to them. Describe characters to him because
Yes.
he's no pro, and
okay.
that way the audience can also have a
So
mental image.
I'm about 6 foot, 140 pounds. I have blue eyes, green skin, no hair. It's more just like the
Fish.
yeah, basically.
Kinda like that.
fish.
Yeah.
You do notice that I am not really wearing much armor at all. It's mostly just like kind of like rags and kind of things.
Mhm.
You do notice that I have a small mask on the side of my belt. I do have a shield with a lightning bolt down it, kind of like the Hercules shield from the old anime.
Mhm.
Or,
Anime.
well, sorry,
Disney
cartoon.
anime.
Cartoon. And yeah, I mean, that's mostly like what.
Mhm. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm a full wood elf, about 6'8", dark black hair that's decently long, goes about to the shoulder, and it's braided over my shoulder. Gray eyes, a bit. You can tell that I'm not very old, but I have a worn-looking face. Very plain clothing, very simple, like mute colors. Sandals, kind of like the Roman sandals that go up and like strap around your ankles. And you can see a small staff that's hanging on my back. But other than that, that's all I have.
I've been formulating what I look like, but based on what you look like, I don't think I look like what I think I look like.
Have you seen what
You're a
your
dark
looks like?
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking like clothing wise.
Oh.
I just said it because I'm a
I look like that. Obviously, you know what a drow looks like, but it's very very simple, very nondescript, very plain, very. When you see me, you see a drow. You're not going to remember what I look like. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Very
darker clothing.
common.
Yeah.
It's actually very commonplace clothing for what you see everywhere in the city.
Okay.
It's I blend in as much as possible. Depending on where I'm at, it's going to be different clothing.
Gotcha.
I don't have.
Joey's character is gonna spend a fortune on clothing, just trying to blend in. Like, oh, they have different shoes than me. I have to get those.
There's actually a common item that actually is a cloak that changes to your surroundings.
Yeah, the cloak of many. Wait,
Sure.
It's
what
close.
was it?
Yeah,
I can't
exactly.
remember what it's called.
But I am very, very
That's fine.
typical drow looking.
Okay.
Very, very normal. Very
pretty cool.
nondescript.
Well, to be honest, every single person here looks very strange to me.
And I already described my character in the last.
So far, I haven't really seen many
Right.
human type creatures.
So I have a meta question.
Another question.
Is he coming with us to where we're going?
So,
Or is he going to
Has he been informed by the guy he arm? What was the arm wrestling about?
You can ask him.
Did you know that they arm wrestled?
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah, you
You
were
were
no,
we
they
were run over by them.
launched
So.
out of the main entrance
Why
of
were
the
you
college.
fighting with
So
Mr. What's his
I
name?
walked up
Also,
and
you go-
I was asking for an adventure, and the gentleman that I was arm wrestling with said that if I could beat him in an arm wrestling match, that I may have some work, and that my business would be Lucius, right? Lucius's business.
So you know what I'm now.
Crap! I never told him my name.
No, you did not.
You just told him my name, don't you?
Wait,
Awesome.
Lucius's
Oh, well.
business. And due to this, I arm wrestled with him, and he was very impressed and decided that I could come along.
Did you win?
It was complicated. He decided to thunderstep at the end and
It's a
flew
yes or
through
no
the.
question.
I don't know if you know what thunderstep is.
Oh,
I was
okay.
about to say.
I was thrown through the air and he slammed my hand down, so technically he won. But apparently he was impressed and said that I could be a part of the.
Did you
All
work
you
out
know.
your compensation between the two of you?
He said that I would earn whatever Lucius' pay was.
That works for me. Let's go so we can get paid.
Oh yeah.
Is everyone
this
ready
very
to-
fun. You would have come out. to be
Actually, you
honest.
guys did agree that he was getting a separate amount of money than I was getting, but
As long as my money's not affected, I don't care. Let's go.
You would be coming out of the office. Coming out of the office. at this point.
so you see me walk out. My face is, if possible, more pale than usual. As I approach you guys, I kind of just avoid eye contact and just kind of stare down at the ground as I approach.
Did you ever state what your name was?
He did. It's Oscar.
So, Lucius. What happened? Got yelled at by another teacher?
I don't think that's any of your concern,
You're right.
Bushhead.
It's not. Let's go.
You wait a few moments as the elf you don't know the name of told you to wait about 10-ish minutes before leaving your office, before heading out, as he
Right.
would see you to the edge of the city. So you wait
Mm-hmm.
about 10 minutes. I actually want to check something. Okay, cool. Does not concern you guys. I just need to know something about another thing going on. He comes out and he goes, "Alright, are we all ready to leave?"
Been ready for a while.
Wait, he's coming with?
I'm just seeing you to the edge of the city.
Do you not trust us to walk a few feet?
No, it's just nice, I think, to see the people we're sending off. Besides, it's only a couple hours journey.
Oh,
It's not
yes.
far. Right then, shall we go?
Yes, Mother.
You two do not get along, do you?
No, we do not.
No, we
This is
really
gonna
don't.
be fun, Oscar.
This is going to be quite interesting indeed. Alright.
You need it?
No, I should only have one. I was looking at the difference between yours and mine. I don't think I have.
So, you make your way through the stone-paved and wood-lined city of Ishi, making your way towards the entrance of these two giant trees that kind of bow over to make an archway for it. Yes,
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anyone following us?
go for it.
That is going to be a 19.
19.
Oh, back.
Okay.
Still a little bit paranoid about me leaving my home.
Yeah. You see other people leaving out of the archway with you, where you would have entered. But other than that, no one seems to be following you so much as they also are just leaving the city at this time. And of course, it is about like 3 o'clock in the afternoon at this point.
Okay.
You guys are making your way out. But as you reach the edge of the archway, and you look out on the open, just grass, and there's a pathway, and he goes, "Well, I'm sure you would know how to get there. I would imagine, yes."
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm talking. The elf is speaking to you.
The elf.
The
No, the one we don't know his name.
Leoris.
Actually, you would probably still call him the Doris.
Yeah.
So
That's weird.
Leoris is the one who's saying, "Do you not know?"
He's like, "You do know the way, yes."
Sure.
I'll trust you. Yes. Alright. I assume we shall see you tomorrow. Safe and sound. Have a
If
good trip.
all
And
goes
enjoy the
well.
learning experience.
If all goes well, we will see you tomorrow. But that rarely happens. So
Welcome to D&D.
I do know the way. I'm just being different.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, you would definitely know the way.
so he's leaving now.
I feel like I probably know the
Yeah,
way
he-
too.
Okay, I
Yeah.
kind of take a moment and I'm just like looking at this interesting group, and I'm like, the sooner we can get this over with, the better.
It's
Do you need
your
some
fault.
water?
Finally, we agree. Let's go.
Do I need water?
Well, you kept on asking for water on the stairs.
That's not important. I've had water. I'm fine.
Understood.
Okay. So, as you're walking along for these 2 hours, does anyone want to keep an eye out for anything?
I'm going to be like pulling out like scrolls or pieces of parchment, just making notes of anything I see different for my maps and stuff
Sure.
like that.
Okay.
Me, just with base paranoia and soldier kind of thing, I want to make sure that nothing seems out of the ordinary, like combat-wise.
I would like to firstly hold on very.
You see nothing.
I would like to hold on very tightly to the box. Like it's inside the bag, but I'd like to hold on to the bag like close to my body. And then if I can, I'd like to be at the back of the group to make sure that I can keep eyes
Yeah,
on
what
them.
is the marching order here?
I'll be in the front.
Just for curiosity's sake.
I don't know that I would let you be in the back.
Well,
Being
you'd be up
honest.
front. You're the one leading the group.
He knows
so.
where to go.
My good sir, if you would not mind me being in the back so that I can keep eyes on all of you, considering that I am holding the very important.
So as long as
I
you
don't
go
care
behind
as
us.
long as you don't lose it.
I mean, I would state that you should be in center if you're carrying something important. That's
Precisely.
That's base, you know.
I'm
Strategy.
sorry, I just don't trust a thief behind me.
Then I'll be behind you.
That's very true. You should trust me.
Question for you, Finn. Just
Yeah.
because I was thinking about it, because you rolled a 1. Are you doing critical failures in this, or is it
He's nice.
Ones are going to be like,
auto fails?
like since he's looking around for things, he like looks around, but he sees like the grass flowing in the wind because it's a windy day, and he's like, oh, that's kind of like seaweed.
Right.
I
I was talking more for like combat stuff, like
It kind of depends on
Okay.
the situation, but for the most part, I'm not going to be like you stab yourself
right.
in the knee and take this much damage because
Okay.
He's not Jacob.
I like to give just like flavor
I was
touch for it.
wondering.
Is what I like.
I trust you more. You can be behind me and you will be in front.
I can live with that.
You can be
Do you
next
want
to
to put
your fellow
your
companion. if you
minis
want.
out there in the proper
Yeah.
order? So I
Which
can,
way are we going in that way?
Just whichever
Just
way you
go
want.
that way.
'Cause I'll figure it out.
You'll be like.
Well, he said he wanted him up front, so. But then again, marching order, the path's probably big enough to where you guys could walk side by side.
Yeah, you
if
could
really
definitely walk
wanted
side
to.
by side. These paths and roads are well
Face
established.
at all times.
It has been 85
Most
years
likely be
since
like that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
the War of the Dragons, so things have been rebuilt pretty quickly in the wake of the Empire rising up.
I suppose while we're making our way,
Uh-huh.
he's not paying attention.
No, he's busy.
He's not paying attention. He's oblivious to everything, so I'm paying attention.
All right, make a perception check. Oh, so close.
Was so close.
It's like a 0 for
Nine.
me.
No, that's a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9.
Oh, 9 total. It's a nice day.
I'm gonna say it's. I
The-
don't know.
the
anything
grass-
special.
The grass is like flowing in the breeze, like I said. It's nice and windy. There are plenty of other travelers. You notice you notice some merchant-looking types coming from the east, because
Which way are we going?
to the west,
Okay.
and towards the center.
Towards like the capital city.
Yeah,
So-
you're going towards there. Not super close, but
So, Oscar, have you introduced your name to me, by the way?
He has.
I've said it enough.
You have? Okay.
Probably. When you pick up on
So, Oscar, were you cast out of your hometown, or did you just leave?
Why do you want to know?
Well, I want to know if you're an outcast of the outcasts or just a part of them.
The best part is you're human.
Also, I'm very curious. He told me to call all of them dogs.
Please do it.
Okay, understood.
Actually, it's only this one. The rest of them, you can call them whatever you like.
That doesn't make sense.
They nickname him. He's a certain.
Started this one,
He's a
going down
certain.
this road.
He's a certain a subspecies of his species.
Ooh.
They're often called dogs.
You all look like humans with pointy ears, except for you.
That's fair. That's fair. They do look like a stranger version of us, don't they?
I mean, you look very strange as well.
And I
With
could
your
say
pink
the same
skin.
about you. oh yeah, I forgot our nicknames for each other.
Yes.
We're Fish and Pinky. It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
It's gonna be the end of me. But you walk without issue. Sometimes you pass like a cart and a few people on it just kind of wave. You know, they seem to be pretty jovial.
I
What
feel
are
like
you
this
doing?
is Michael and Toby.
So are people staring at me longer due to?
Yeah, a good amount of people are, because as we've established, Triton on land is
Very rare.
one of the rarest things next to Dragonborn on this continent. Good job.
Question.
Yeah, I rolled a 17, so.
When we pass carts and things like that, I'm paying attention to see level of wealth.
Level of wealth. I'd say that's easy
Don't
enough.
get any ideas.
I'd say
Joey.
that's easy enough to do. I'd say you pass around like 4-ish carts.
Yep.
I would say not too many. A lot of people just kind of travel.
Okay.
One of them has some fairly nice looking like silks
Okay.
and stuff, and they appear to be covering something underneath.
Okay.
But other than that, the rest are more like one person has some food that they were selling, some different vegetables. Another has some.
They're going towards Ish.
They are going towards Ishi, yes.
Okay.
They're going towards the Elven city.
Gotcha.
You know, one other person has like, has like chests, but you see him stopped on the side and he like opens them and they're all empty. He's a chess merchant. And then the other one is more like a family traveling and they just happen to have a cart.
Do we are just walking just ourselves, correct? No cart or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, they did not give you a cart.
Questions. I'm gonna ask questions a lot like that and
I pay attention.
not necessarily do anything with the information.
Sure.
Just need the
It's
information.
nice to know. Alright. Much like Elf told you, it takes just around 2-ish hours, and you see off in the distance the familiar sight to you, Oscar. A hill with grass all over it, but at the front of it, which would be the entrance, is this fort. And it's quite beautiful to look at, actually. It's made of a black wood. And just wait till you get down there. And it's like beautifully polished and up in. He's excited because he knows something about the city that's super funny. The best part is they don't have dark vision.
Yep.
But it's this very nice looking fort, and it's got very ornate kind of symbols and designs all over it, carved into it. Especially the main gate itself. It's got the symbol of Dichi, which is like, it's got like a spider web essentially coming out of the sides of the gate. And you see what would be new to pretty much all of you except for Oscar again.
He's been there.
Oh, he has been there? Okay, cool. I didn't know because we hadn't fully gone over that. So you would be familiar with this as well. You see up in these towers where they're shaded, as well as near the gate where they're also shaded from the sun, the Shadow Guard of the Dark Elves, which to describe them to you, they wear kind of some longer things. You can't really tell if they're wearing armor, per se, but each of them will have a half mask, so it'll be on either the right or the left side, and the other half of their head is covered in what looks like black, dark flames.
Due to my soldier
The
background,
heck?
can I see anything that signifies like rank?
Make a perception check.
That's gonna be 10.
10. It's hard to tell. You think you see maybe some symbols and stuff on the mask, but because no one's just the way they're acting and stuff, you can't tell what the rank hierarchy is.
Would I have known about this sort of thing
From your studies?
being a researcher? Yeah.
Probably, but you most likely wouldn't have seen them because they don't really come Ishi pretty much ever. Because Dark Elves like to stick to themselves. But as you approach the gate, they kind of give each of you a once over. See, they see you and your cartographers, your notes and stuff, and they're like, okay. They see you, and they're like, okay. And then they see you with. You have a great sword, if I remember correctly, yes?
Great sword, 4 javelins on my back, and 2 hand axes on my side.
Oh, yeah. They look at you, and even though you can't see their faces, you can tell there's kind of. They're like. They look at each other, the 2 guards there, and they kind of. Their heads turn back to you, and they come over.
Yes.
And go. And their voice is kind of disordered a little bit. I can't do that with my mouth, but it's like disordered in this weird, where it sounds very echoey. So it's like, what are you doing here?
I am guarding these individuals. I was hired on as an
Did they
extra.
recognize me?
They would definitely recognize you.
I'm going
So,
to let this conversation play out.
Okay. Well, they
I-
look to
I would
you
like-
and go, protecting you.
I
Not
would,
much of a choice. They're coming along. I've got a task downstairs. He won't do anything. I'll take your credit for it.
Okay. And they back
can I sense any
That's good.
friction there?
Make an insight check.
Nope.
That's a 2.
That's a
isn't
2.
it?
I'm like,
You
I think they talked to him.
with the fact that's like a lower voice and it's echoing and you can't see their faces, you've got no idea.
Can I look at them and see if I can see any weapons and what the weapons look like?
Sure. Make a perception check.
That is going to be a 15.
15. You notice kind of as they turn to him, they kind of like do a little thing with their cloaks, and you see what looks really weird. It's like it's lined with something that's not coat. You're thinking maybe it's a weapon, but you're not sure.
How many of them are there?
There's
Guards.
2 on the ground here and then 2 up in towers. But with Oscar saying what he has said,
They only need 4?
step to the side. You don't know what these
That's
guys
scary,
can do.
dude. What the freak?
I love these guys.
Need 4 guards for their freaking capital?
I mean, Drow is ridiculous.
Just terrifying.
And the kind of whispery, echoey voice once again goes, "Then please head down the stairs."
Do I notice that they only have 4 guards?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to. Just gonna change it real quick.
Right, and so you all make your way down this cave, and once again, you walk into a cave, and you've been in sea caves, and you've read about caves in your cartography times. You've probably seen a few, and you have been to this one before. It's very it's smooth, nothing's rough. It's very much so like a hole in the ground, not a nasty, dirty hole.
I was about to say.
I'm assuming that it's getting harder and harder to see.
No, it's actually lit. They have these the same kind of fire that you see like on the guards' heads. Yeah, it gives off a surprisingly good amount of light from the torches.
Color.
It's still black.
So
Black light.
would
It was like a
kind-
rave.
So it would kind of be like under the water, how we would have probably like different kinds of shells and
Yes.
things like that
Yeah,
light
it's
up.
it's kind of like that.
Okay.
But also, I will say as a note, because you would pass a couple guards, because they still have guard station
Make maps
down.
underground.
Okay.
Being a cartographer, or no? I don't know
You
how you
technically
would do
could.
I wouldn't see why not.
Okay.
Especially since this is a city.
that. Yes.
Yeah. You definitely could, because the
Yeah.
Underdark has its own cities and such.
Oh, we're down.
Well, you're not like
Yeah, I know,
Underdark, but it is a underground civilization.
Underdark, yeah.
How long
Um,
does it take us to get from entrance of cave to city?
You would know it takes around 20-ish minutes.
That's
But
it?
walking through, that's it. Oh yeah. Just
Is it a straight path or is there?
yeah, it's a straight path and it goes down at an angle.
Okay.
And I'll explain when you get to the overview what that looks like. But you will notice, back to what I was saying, when some guards, because they're on walls, you look and the flames on theirs do not give off the same light as the torches do. It does appear to be somewhat different.
I have another question.
Yeah.
When I'm paying attention to these two going
Uh-huh.
down the one-way cave, do
Mhm.
they look skittish at all? Do I need to roll for this?
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think you need to roll for it.
I've seen
It
a lot
seems
of
pretty
crap.
obvious. This is fair.
I wouldn't think I was
This is a
skittish.
character choice for both of you. So.
I mean, with me, it's more I was a soldier, so it's one of those.
So neither of you are skittish.
I'm wary of what's going on.
There are only
I'm,
4 guards at the entrance,
I-
and you have seen
I'm-
maybe 2 guards on this walk down.
I'm wary of what's going on. I'm kind of waiting for something to happen.
Wary but not skittish.
I would say there's some sort of
Apprehension.
sure and maybe even a slight undertone of fear.
Okay.
But I mean, could you roll insight so I could describe that more?
Sure. It's not too bad.
15.
15. Okay. It's not related to this.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm more just oblivious. All this is new to me, so I'm thinking this is just normal.
Don't know to be scared. Got it.
Yeah, it's more of just like, huh, this is different.
But it's pretty concealed.
As we're walking along, as Lucius, do you have any idea what that thing does that we have?
This box,
Yes.
if not a clue.
Have you tried hitting it?
That's why I'm carrying it.
And we're going to. It's called no, things and
Dingles,
tings. Dingles,
things, and
dingles,
tings.
things and tings.
I am not sure
Have you ever
why.
been there before, Oscar?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've been inside.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Can I see if I've heard of it? Ah.
You can certainly try.
Has he?
Nat 19, and this is history,
I would say this is a general intelligence check.
general intelligence.
But I would
Okay.
say disadvantage because you've never been here.
Oof.
There's like, we don't. The Drow don't really talk about.
I got 13.
13. You heard similar names before. You can't say you know anything about this particular shop, having never been here, and the Drow being pretty much to themselves a lot of the time.
Can I make an educated guess as to why they would want to give this item to this random shop? Why the headmaster of a school of magic would want to give an item to a collectible shop?
I would say you can't right now.
Can't right now. Okay.
No. But as you kind of get down, you go a little bit faster than the normal 20 because you're guiding them. You know this cave pretty well, and you have very sure footing. And you get down, and it opens up to a cave opening, and you see before yourself it's a 2 sets of stairs that go down about another maybe 150 steps. and you look out and you can see the city of Dishi, which, considering you've only walked around 15-ish minutes down, seems very strange that it's this big and underground and rather tall. Yes.
I am going to be looking out to see if I recognize any symbols from my home, like the moon kind of.
Sure.
symbol.
Go ahead and make a perception check, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So just
Better
hold that
not.
roll for the moment.
No.
And so it's also, you would know, at daytime they keep it a little bit brighter out there with their lights, and you can see it's actually, it looks kind of like a city at nighttime with a lot of lights on, which is still very strange for you because lights aren't typically all over the place everywhere, except maybe in the capital. But it is a little strange because you get down there and it's pretty tall in there, and it's rather bright, and you're kind of like, huh.
Is it populous, or is the majority of the drow not where the light is?
It's more you see like plenty of drow walking the streets, and you would know all this light comes from like that black fire, which you know does not have the same effect that normal light
It
does
doesn't
on
have
drow.
night vision stuff.
Yeah,
I would like.
It's more so for people that come there for business and other things. They have it there, but it does not affect you and your client.
So I turned to Oscar and I'm like, so apparently not everything about your people is true.
What do you mean?
You don't live in wet, nasty holes full of just darkness.
It's true that we are not humans.
Right. Because civilized people live in wet, nasty
Although I
holes.
did find Oscar in a hole.
I'm
just kidding.
That explains so much.
Not very nice.
I mean, my home was very wet.
So, are there other? So there's other like
Fish.
people other than Drow here. There's like
Yeah,
different types
you
of
would
people.
see you would see some humans. You
Okay.
actually see some.
So it's
elves,
common
some
for others
elves.
to come and
Yeah,
do
it's
business
mainly
here.
human and elves that come
Okay.
here. You would see a few dwarves here and there. It's very strange because they come from the western side
Mhm.
of Habanshall, but you know that some of them come. You would know because of your mapping. They come to trade ale because they make very good ale.
Meta question.
Yeah.
Are they more Dragar or are they more dwarf?
They're more dwarf.
Okay, so they're not dark dwarves.
They're not dark dwarves.
Drow aren't evil. You
I
wouldn't
remember
have
I
character with them.
I homebrew a lot.
Yeah, no, Drow aren't necessarily evil.
I'm saying in his world, Drow are not evil.
Yeah.
Well,
I homebrew literally everything
yeah.
because it adds a lot of surprise and it lets me do some fun stuff.
Also, according to him, in this world, there isn't racism against Drow, so I'm trying to start it.
There could have been in the past.
Are extreme people.
What's your alignment?
Oh.
Chaotic evil.
It's actually it's fair.
I'm just curious. Are you both
It's
chaotic
okay.
neutrals?
It's chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
Of course.
Mhm.
So you can't be racist, can you?
I mean,
I can.
Do you want to go with my rule or do you want to?
Yeah, I was about to get to that. You see like things of the moon, but it's more for like it's like on the stairs and stuff,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
got
more for
16.
decorative.
Okay.
You would know it's not the same kind of moon symbol that is used in your Triton home for its religious purposes.
Okay.
There.
Is there any sort of arena or training ground in Dishi that I know of?
Yes, because you would have trained there a bit, so you do know.
Open to the populace, not just Drow.
Yeah, there's one open to the populace. They allow training. It does cost a hefty fee for outsiders. For you, it was more free because of your training.
Of course.
But if like it's for training, if they go there to train, it's a hefty fee. If you want to use it to, just duel with someone that you know, as some people use it to settle arguments and such, then it's typically like you would know maybe about 75 gold depending on how busy they are for a pit.
Since 75.
725, because we're not using copper and silver.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Do you say anything about this pit out loud?
You looking to fight me?
I don't say anything out loud. I ask lots of questions just to know.
Well, again, I'm barbarian. I like to smash things.
How much?
Like
How much? I just want to know how much gold did you get on your roll?
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't think I had you roll for gold.
Because
you did not.
we
A
all
d6
got-
times 10 is what I'm doing.
Come on.
40.
Okay.
I think
40
I'm-
plus
You
one.
did.
You
We
did.
all we all rolled ones.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
that's
all
right.
rolled
That's right. Yeah.
So I have 55 gold.
What did he roll? A D10?
A six.
A 6.
D6.
D6 times 10
We all rolled D6.
D6 times 10.
How did we get 10 then?
We rolled
because
one.
we rolled
Because you rolled a
one.
1.
Times 10, got it.
What,
Yeah.
what about starting gold to your background? Do you still get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just give you some extra because I do gold
Yeah.
instead of silver, copper, and gold
Yeah.
because I find it a little bit easier to keep track of. You would also see, as I kind of finish describing these things, gate from up here, there's like a castle off in the distance in the back where the current king of the Drow is, and not the queen. The queen will be next moon cycle for that.
Interesting.
And over to the left, you can see like these black leaves that kind of are just sitting there.
Black leaves.
Black leaves.
Are they attached to a tree?
Hard to tell.
Is almost everything
Floating
up here
leaves,
so
okay.
dark?
Yes, it's actually pretty bright in here.
Are you emo or?
Yo, to the
No.
But I have. They're just sitting. You said they're sitting or floating? Those leaves.
No, you would know they're on trees.
Oh, okay.
They're
I
on
would.
dark wood trees.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
Meta, just to tell him, a fort outside, same wood.
Same.
It's underground trees.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It is.
Oh wait.
I want to play that out, by the way.
Dark elf.
Yeah, we're going to.
Good.
Well, we can do it after.
Good.
Yeah.
Dark elf.
Because I really want you to learn what that is, because it will be super cool if you do.
Excuse me, dark elf. I must
Call
say.
me by my name, and now you call me a dark elf in a city of dark elves.
Yes.
Why do you think that's a good
It
decision?
was by choice. I must say.
It's stinky.
I know. By
I
the way, there are
must-
2 guards like here at the top of these stairs.
I must say that I do admire your people's.
Was the phrase dark elf condescending at all?
The way I said it. I said it how I said it. Dark elf.
I'm going to let you know, if anyone attacks you here, I'm not going to do anything.
One of the guards kind of looks at you, like the head turns to you and goes, "We'll keep that in mind."
I merely
Turns
took on his name.
over to you. Turns over to you. You can't see a facial expression.
Can I see his face at all? If he's so
Nope,
dark,
it's-
how can
it's
I?
the mask and the some shadow guard.
Oscar, do you know where the store is?
Yes,
Can we go, please?
absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm ignoring your question entirely, your comment, whatever
make
it is,
your-
and I keep walking.
You make your way down the left set of stairs, heading down with just a few other like dark elves that are returning from some travels they had to make during the day.
Mm-hmm.
You can see they're kind of like sweating a whole bunch from being in the sun, and they're like glad to be back underground.
Is
You're
it
one,
cool
like,
down here, by the way?
It's colder than it is up top.
Is it cold or is it cool?
Cool.
Okay,
But like one of them goes like,
that's cool.
"Oh, I'm glad to be home. I hate the sun." As he like walks past you guys.
You
down.
hate your son. That's so horrible.
I can actually probably relate to hating the sun.
Probably can.
I
You
am very pale, so.
make your way
No.
down and onto the street, and the street design is somewhat similar to Ishi's, where it's like the stone, and then it's these wood with, you know, Elven written on them to show you where certain things are. Except down here, it's the opposite. It's wooden roads and paths and stone that crisscrosses in between.
Do the Drow and the elves have different elven language, or is it the same?
No, it's the same.
Okay.
Pretty much.
You didn't let me finish earlier. I was trying to pay you a compliment. I meant to say that I admire your people's architecture.
I'm still just walking, not giving him a
The architecture just, since you're so interested now, it's kind of like that Norwegian style of
Ooh,
houses
okay.
and such down here. Very different from the giant trees and
Yes.
these like white, more like squarish or curved or like
Would it-
U-shaped houses.
Would it be closer to what my home city would be like?
No.
Just darker? No.
The Triton have a very different way of building their cities. Very, very different. Like theirs are more kind of like the Gungan cities in Naboo, just for a simple explanation right now. It's kind of like that. Just for simplicity's describing sake now since we're not there.
Do you
It's
know
a
what that's
bit
like?
I can't remember.
It's the underwater where they go through the little.
Oh,
where Jar Jar's
okay.
from.
Gotcha. Oh,
It-
yeah.
Just it's kind of like that. For simple description.
Probably not as high tech.
Yeah. Well, there's probably a lot of magic due to the intellectual side, which is why I left.
You guys meet the Tritons, man. This is gonna be interesting. But yeah, easy enough for you to take them to Dingle's Things and Tings.
I'm
Especially.
Jar
No.
You're not a Sith.
You make your way along the winding streets and such, and I would say because you probably haven't been there in a while. One different thing about the Drow City with the stone that kind of goes out in spiderweb patterns, you look down at and you touch it and you say Dingle's Things and Tings, and the words appear, spelling it in Elvish and kind of down one of the stone lines.
What is their reaction to that?
They have similar architecture in Ishi, right?
Ishis
Where you
don't have the thing where you can touch the wood where directions are written,
Okay.
and it appears and down the stone.
That's convenient.
With
Behind it-
me.
Again.
wood.
Huh?
I admire the
Your city
architecture.
doesn't have anything like this either.
Yeah, I get a little. It's wood. I assumed that we would have like coral
This
and
is
things.
stone.
Oh,
That
stone.
is-
Yeah.
Eventually, things like this are going to put me out of business.
Dude, you say like the greatest things, and I love it.
the most in character things.
It's so good.
Told you.
I know, it's so awesome. But you follow it down, and you come to a shop that's kind of tucked in with some other buildings around it, and there is a sign with this like dark elf on it, and he's like got like a toolbox in front of him, and he's like looks like he's like digging through it, and it says Dingle's Things and Tings, and a circle around the picture.
Before we go in, I just want to say, Lucius, please talk as little as possible when we go in.
I can behave myself.
Thank
Also, I want to assure you, I highly doubt this will put you out of business. The Drow keep to themselves quite often, so I wouldn't lose all hope, my friend.
you. Oh, that was going long. Let's go.
Alright, you walk inside, and it's like a hodgepodge of, there's like a wall with different gears on it, there's some gems just kind of like scattered on the floor. You've got over on the side, there's like one case of books, a lot of them look torn.
The first thing I say, do they have a clean in here?
There's like a bookcase over here, and like a lot of the books look torn and such. And then there are some shelves with random items on them. You see like what looks to be like the middle of a blade of some kind. You can't really tell what. What looks like the head of a spear with a little bit of what's left of the.
Can I go
snap
look at
of
the
spear.
weapons?
Where's Merca when you need her?
And like if you were to hold it, it's like a little kunai essentially.
Yeah, that's. I wanted to actually inspect that closer if I could.
Sure.
Close enough to touch and
Investigation or.
Yeah. 'Cause you're looking at it.
Okay, so that is a -1, so 15.
Oh boy.
You look at and some of the guards had spears, and you look at it and you go, who would need this short of a spear? It's literally the spearhead which kind of curves around a little bit because of its fancy design, and then just a little bit of the rod it's on. I don't know what it's called on spear. Perfectly honest.
The wood piece.
Yeah,
Staff.
the wood piece of the spear. Yeah. And so it's just like hodgepodge random weapons, some of them full, some of them not. There's what you think is armor, you're not really sure. It just looks broken and beat up.
I kind of just.
And then, like, on this desk with no one behind it, there's just random junk, like,
So-
all over it.
So I would look at you, Oscar. What kind of store is this? Would I know?
You would know it is pretty much what the title says. It is a shop full of things.
Is there anyone here? Like, do we see anyone?
At the
when we walk
moment,
in?
no.
Is it the guy out front?
There was no one else.
You said there was someone looking
There,
towards
it was the sign.
Got it. Just
The
kidding.
sign looks like that, yeah.
Looks like no one's home.
Hello, is anyone here?
Silent.
Is there like a desk that looks
do-
like?
do
Yeah,
we
the
just-
desk that would be like
Mhm.
the checkout counter or whatever
Mhm.
is the one that's full of just stuff.
Oscar, is your friend hiding?
Friend. I don't have friends except this one.
Yeah, you said it.
Oh,
I'm
that
going-
does make sense. Excuse me.
I'm just gonna go over to the desk and just start looking at what's on, and like, is it just a whole bunch of crap?
It's
on
a whole
there?
bunch like you see you like look and there's like what looks like a bit of ore. There's you look at Ribbon, you're like, that is definitely a bone of some kind from some animal.
Can
Just a question. Behind where the actual like counter is it go back like to bookshelves, or does it go back to like there's just a wall there, or what is behind
There is
the
just a
actual,
wall there.
just a wall? So from what we can
There's
see,
a wall behind it, and there are some shelves with some stuff on it, but it's more like
Nothing. Nobody
Right.
can actually be behind that.
no, there's no like back area.
Can I check around for items of possible magical?
I was gonna say
Purpose?
wealth is what I'm looking for.
Okay, make a perception check and
Always.
you as well.
Perception?
For what you're looking for.
9.
It's hard to
Ooh,
say.
even
Oh,
worse.
just with everything. Maybe something's valuable to someone.
I got a
but
6.
Same with you. Everything
Can I
just kind of looks
can I roll
random.
can I roll for Arcana to boost?
No.
No.
Oscar, do you have any idea where he would have gone?
Do I know what time it is?
It would
The
be
underground time.
I guess the store's
underground
open.
time would
Ah.
be technically. Let's see, it'd be about. It would be almost 6 o'clock in the morning.
my friends?
But in terms of nighttime,
I
which
do
is their daytime.
I do have one other big question. From thy soldier kind of background, does this seem like an ambush? Do I need to roll for that?
Make a shoot. Try and check what I make this.
My friends, I would
Survival check.
Okay.
be wary.
Would I know? Would it be open? Is my question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
19.
would be
Wow.
open.
That is going to be a 22.
Me too. It does not seem like an ambush.
Lucius,
That was almost a
Take out
one,
the
too,
bullets.
because I literally went like that.
if you would.
But our customer isn't here. I feel slightly uncomfortable. This all seems
You
weird.
hear a and you hear ah! Oh, stupid thing.
Well, I suppose I can take out the box now.
I suppose so.
As I hear the thud, like my sword is already out.
Easy,
like,
G. Easy.
From
I kind of just shoot
from
it real
behind
Calm
the
fish.
counter, see like scratching his head. Oh, stupid. I need to get that fixed. And you see this dark elf come up who looks. He's most likely in his 500s at this point. So he's about 200 years away from normal final age, and he's got like short white hair. And he's got really, really long ears, and he's wearing like some just simple drow clothing.
Jack from Jack and Daxter.
Sure, if you want to picture Jack, you
Long
can.
ears.
When he comes, You've been standing there long.
Long
It
enough.
seems that whatever you were dealing with was more important.
Yes,
Are you okay?
it was quite important. Quite important. I'm fine. Just I need to get that door fixed. Stupid door.
Right. I guess that's a good thing about being shorter.
Yes. Well, good luck reaching things.
I'm like 5'9".
What is your name?
I'd like to think you read the sign. My name's Dingle.
Mm.
Proud owner of Dingle's Things and Things.
Do I know Dingle? I'm familiar with him, not necessarily from the shop, but from just this.
I'd say you know him. You know of him. You
Gotcha.
don't know him. No.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's no bad stigma around him. For sure. He's a pretty honest
I
guy.
am going to just be in the background and be there while they do their thing.
Well, Dingle.
And he kind of like looks at you, and then looks at you, and then looks at you and goes,
Yes, we are
"What
right.
you all buying?"
We don't wish
Exactly.
to take up much of your time. We are here on business for Leoris. We are here to collect an item for him.
Oh. And do you have the item?
Lucius.
You have the box.
Would you mind me asking, what is your purpose for this item? I'm a scholar, of course, and I merely want to
Make
understand.
a persuasion check with
Oh.
disadvantage.
Freak, I
Because
was
you're a
good at
human.
persuasion. Please don't get any lower than 6. I mean 10. And I got 4. Okay. So I got a 10.
Well, if they didn't tell you, I don't think I should tell you.
Is
And you do notice that his voice kind of goes like up into the high and then back to that low, like I'm doing.
is does he seem like magical, like, or does he just seem like a normal?
Make a perception check.
Obviously, my need for information. Am I picking up any?
No. 13.
13. He does not. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like he practices magic.
And
Can
oh,
I
sorry.
tell that he is being not necessarily untruthful, but hiding things?
Inside check.
And what is this item that we're here to collect?
Well, if you give me the box, I can show you.
I kind of look over at
11.
Thorn.
11. Hard to read.
I take out the box and I place it on the counter.
Okay. He places it and kind of goes.
But I don't let go. I hold my hand on it.
He goes. Ooh. Awesome. Great. Lovely. Perfect. Right. So, you could just make sure no one comes in and takes this. I'll be right back. He.
Ed, would you
I shall
mind?
guard it with my life.
Would you mind one of my colleagues go with you to
I've
collect
never
this
met
item?
one of your kind, but I do appreciate this.
Would you mind if one of my colleagues went with you to collect this item?
Oh no, I'm getting something for this. If you please. I'll be right back. Shouldn't take long. And you see him just kind of.
Can I?
Wait, where do you
Can
go?
I see
He's
if?
just descending like behind the counter.
Can I see if he's like?
Do I understand what's going on? Or is like
You can certainly go and check.
interesting?
But by the way, could I tell if he was being sincere?
Insight check. Go.
I am gonna go.
I will always phrase my questions
Yeah.
in a way that you will tell me what to do. Freak. I got a 3. Why am I rolling so
Yes,
crappy?
Dingle shall not be known. He's hard to read,
I'm
especially with that fluctuating voice. You're like, what the heck?
looking behind the counter.
Alright, you look behind
Probably
the counter,
going through puberty.
and you look just in time to see like a door kind of close. It's like it's almost like a trap door, but it goes comes up from the side.
I go by the door and just kind of hold on to my great sword, just watching the door.
I'm gonna put the item back away in my bag and tuck it to my body.
Okay. While you all are waiting, a dark elf kind of opens the door, sees all of you, goes, well, this is interesting.
What's
Come
your
in.
name?
Come in.
No, if I wanted to tell you. You see him kind of looks at your great sword and your javelins.
No, so the great sword is actually like still like
Still,
in the palm
yeah.
of my hand, like just holding
Yeah,
to
just
the
he
side.
looks at them and like looks at the javelins they back and goes, I think I'm good. Yes. I think I'm good. Like
Please come inside.
kind of like doesn't look at you too bad, but seeing these two, human and a Triton, is kind of
Don't worry, they're very friendly.
We don't bite. Well, I don't know about him.
Normally not.
right. I'm just here to. Is Dingle here?
He'll be back in a moment.
We're dealing with some business. We're waiting on him as well.
Wonderful.
Can I
Can I stands
glance-
off to the side, just kind of standing
Did
there.
he come in the front door, or just like a back
came in
door?
the front door.
Oh, the front
So-
door.
Can I
Yeah.
glance over at Oscar and then kind of nod my head to the back of the store as if to motion, to move positions to keep a better eye on him?
You can certainly try.
I-
Whether he responds at all.
So I just stare at the dude, just hand on weapon, just like that one like bouncer that just kind of just stands there and stares at somebody for way too long without saying anything, just with a smile.
What should I roll anything to try to convey this?
No.
Okay, so
I'd say it's
I
easy enough.
I just look at you and I
It's just however he interprets it.
I acknowledge it, and I do absolutely nothing.
and I just keep staring at him for a moment.
Sounds great.
After just a couple of moments, you hear the same. And you hear.
And I die.
I really need to get that fixed. Looks up and looks over at the dark elf that came and goes, "Oh, Peregrine, good to see you. Sorry about I know it's strange, but just some business. If you want to come back later, probably be best. I don't know how long we'll be." And the dark elf that came and kind of goes, "I'm okay with that." And
Have
he just
a nice day.
leaves, kind of watching G the whole time, just like, okay, I'm out of here.
Regular customer of yours?
Oh, yeah, he comes in every once in a while, likes to take a look around. Sometimes he gives me some drunken things. Junk. It's not junk. It's not junk at all. It's very nice stuff.
If you don't mind me asking, I see a lot of interesting items lying around your store. Do you repair items, or is it more of an art style?
It's more of I don't hoard. I simply sell what I am sold.
Would you be
or
interested?
what I collect.
Would you be interested in something that you probably have never had before?
Ooh, yes I would. What kind of thing?
How about Triton armor from their military?
I'm quite intrigued. You mean the one you're wearing? 'Cause
I'm not wearing any.
Oh, you're not wearing. That's correct.
Yeah, it's.
Take it
I
off.
took it off, put it inside my bag because I don't benefit from armor and I don't want anything to do with it.
Do you have any? I'd be quite interested to see that.
I do, but what are you willing to give me for it?
Before
Well, I'd have to
this,
see it.
can we please take care of our business first?
Oh yeah, yes, of course.
Yes,
Of course. Sorry,
yes.
my apologies.
Of course, of course, of course.
The box.
Now, box, if you please.
I take it back out. Place it on the
Okay.
desk.
Frank
The
goes,
counter.
alright. I think this will work. Probably. Maybe.
I back up.
He takes out, he has this bottle of a red liquid. He goes, alright.
Can I tell what the liquid is?
Make a medicine check.
Ooh. It's probably blood. Oh no, I got that one.
Oh my gosh.
Why am I rolling so crappy?
It's a red
today?
liquid, man, and it's in a bottle.
Is it glowing?
It is not glowing.
So it's a dark red.
It's a dark red.
So you really can't see that it's red, it's just black.
No, because it's light enough in here with the same fire. They can keep a lot of places lit, because like I said, people do come through here, and they keep it lit for those people. Kinda goes over and goes, alright, oh, here we go.
Does it look like he's shying away or
No, he seems pretty confident
sweet?
after what he said. So he pours pours it on the whole thing, the whole little vial of it. Kind of sits there. Right, I think this is going to take a bit longer than I remember.
What is
Yes,
this? If you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
I'm opening the box. What is what I'd be doing? I'm
What did you-
opening the box.
What did you pull on it?
Well, it's blood.
Whose?
Mine.
Yours.
Mine, yeah.
Interesting.
If you must know.
You have a
Mine.
tendency
I
to
do
injure
know.
yourself, don't you? Hitting your head, drawing your own blood.
You calling me a klutz?
I never said those words.
You said I hit my head a lot. I don't really appreciate that.
I just said you have a tendency to hurt yourself.
How long do you think this will take?
Hopefully not long. Maybe a few minutes at the most. Maybe.
All right. Well, while we're
Honestly,
waiting.
first time I've really done this in full. I've tested it, but never really done it.
While this is going on, I would like to stand like right at the entrance of the door.
Okay.
I pull out the
You're-
Triton armor.
Oh, that is quite nice. Are those burn marks?
A few. It's seen and stay.
Kind of like scratches at the burn mark. Oh. Oh. What is it made of? It's made of a coral, actually. Like a coral that you polish it. You know, most would mistake it for metal, but it is in fact a kind of coral.
No, it's coral. It's
Oh. That is very cool.
and it is everything but the mask.
Everything about the mask. Is that is amazing. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ah, never even seen one of these. Right, cool. Very cool. Very cool. How about and leans under, you hear like some coins being chinked around. Goes, you give me the chest piece and the pauldrons, the gauntlet and the boots and the pants. Yes. Yes. Just briefs. I'm bad with my armor things. Right. Let's go with.
I'm more looking for a trade.
Oh, you're looking to trade?
Something maybe a weapon or dagger or
Oh, please.
something.
By all means, go ahead and look.
Do I see any kind of dagger or anything that it looks like it's usable? And
You could use the broken spear as a dagger, technically. There is also using like 1, 2, 3 daggers, kind of like on one side of it. One of them is like they're like on the shelf, stabbed into a low pedestal, and one above that.
Okay. Which one looks the most just bloody and would do the most damage?
I would say probably the one in the shelf itself.
Pick that one up and take a look at it. Bring it over
Yeah,
to
it's made of a dark metal, and it kind of like the metal is broken in a sense, but it seems like it's supposed to be designed that way, where there is like a kind of curvature here, and so the blade comes up on this side straight, comes down on the other side and curves up and almost like a wave.
Okay. I'll bring it over to
Interesting.
Whether it does anything or not, we shall see.
While we're waiting,
And so you bring that over to him.
Yes.
Goes, I think we can do that if you want it, of course.
Hold on.
Write down
Certainly.
where the dagger for now.
An entire suit of armor has to be worth more than one.
Well, if he brings something that is of potential value, or if he, you know, he can pick something else out. I'm not going to cheat anyone. I am an honest businessman.
Is there anything that you
appreciate
would like?
No, I just thought you might like a little bit of compensation.
I am ready to get rid of the armor.
No, I understand. So maybe you might want a little more to go with the sword.
Dagger.
While I'm waiting,
The box just starts like
Okay.
there's a noise and he goes, "Ooh, perfect, awesome," and comes over to the box. In the box, you see like the gears and stuff moving. Some of them kind of go into the box. A couple of them come out, and then the whirring stops. He goes, "Ha!" He opens it and looks inside, and I would say, because you are probably still the closest, you see what looks to be a sort of a scorpion stinger. Just the stinger, not the tail. And then
Does it look like it was from a living being, or does it look like more mechanical?
make a perception check.
Is that the only thing in it?
can I approach
Hard
as
to tell.
can I approach seeing that the box has been opened now?
And since I was right there at the counter and kind of exchange, can I see as well?
Sure.
I am wondering more about the. Now you say scorpion tail.
Just the stinger.
Yeah, stinger. Are you talking like this big, or are you talking like giant scorpion stinger like this big?
It looks pretty small. This box is, it's not a big box.
Gotcha.
So as Oscar is investigating the box, can I cast minor illusion to make it look
That's
like
a good question. Would it be investigation or perception?
I'd say perception just because of the nature. If you're not,
Okay.
you're kind of more looking at, but you're not like,
Investigating. Got it.
yeah.
I want to cast minor illusion to make it look like the tail attaches
Is there a
itself to
verbal
a
component
scorpion.
to that spell?
Let me see.
There, what?
Verbal component. Where is he standing in relation?
It
You
says
say he came over to the
it says
desk.
somatic.
So let's say the desk is here.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
hand
movements and
you would be
material.
like maybe here.
Okay, no, there's no verbal
There's
component.
no verbal.
There's no verbal
It
component.
is
Okay.
hands. It's somatic and
And
material.
considering I use my staff for
Is
Excuse
there
me.
movement involved then?
There's movement involved.
Would I notice that he's doing something?
You're kind of like at the box. Dingle, however, goes, "What are you doing? I don't appreciate people casting things in my store.
Lucius,
It can be
you
dangerous.
said you
very
could behave
dangerous.
yourself.
him.
Very dangerous." And what did you say it was going to look
So the scorpion actually forms around the scorpion stinger and jumps at
The-
jumps at
like?
Oscar.
The illusion, cast it, and it's still a stinger, but the illusion appears like on top of the box as a scorpion with no stinger. Because you weren't casting the stinger, you were just saying the scorpion's attached to the stinger.
I meant the
But
scorpion
when we
forms around the stinger, picks up the stinger and attacks him with.
It's an illusion. It doesn't pick things up.
Okay, yes, I understand that. I'm just saying, I meant that it would. The
Are you saying
illusion
it can't go
would-
inside the box?
Can you-
basically, it is the scorpion is like on top of the open air
Right.
of the box,
Either way, I wanted it to jump at
and it jumps at you.
Oscar.
I'm not gonna react.
Actually, for the heck of it, make a wisdom check with
And-
a arcana check.
And to him, and to what he said to me, I said, it's just a bit of harmless fun.
Is this
Just straight
saving
wisdom.
throw?
Yeah, we'll call. I
Oh,
guess saving
boy.
throws fair.
You said Arcana? I got
Ah.
8.
I'm not that intelligent, and I'm also right there. I'm gonna try and snap the dagger into the actual thing.
Oh
that-
no.
That dagger. Okay. Make an attack roll.
Okay.
I'm not reacting. I told you this.
Nope, you aren't.
no.
Can I try? Can I make
is
an
it
attempt
just
to
regular
stop
dagger?
him from doing it, or is it too late?
Say make a dexterity check first. If you succeed on this, then yes.
Natural 20.
Oh my god! All right.
With
Yeah,
that-
as just super fast. Your monk skills just you just grab
Yeah, as I'm just.
the arm, stop him.
Easy,
Right
G.
there.
It's not real.
as the scorpion kind of like passes through Oscar's head onto the floor. Just kind of like
Forms like a dust, does it?
yeah, because it
Dissipates.
exits the range. So it like jumps through, and on the other side you see.
For just knowing later, is this regular dagger? So Dex as my modifier to
It
have?
would be Dex as your
Okay.
modifier.
So, question with all of this.
And it does a normal dagger damage.
We know what all of us are doing. How is Homeboy reacting?
Hopefully.
Homeboy.
Ingo's going. Amazing. Cool. Amazing. Very cool. Very, very amazing.
Cool,
I'm
cool,
talking about the whole illusion and him attacking and him saying.
Oh, he saw the scorpion, and then just it kind of because he saw him cast spells. So he was looking at him
Yeah.
while this all happened. But he looks back at
He
the box.
doesn't really react.
Yeah, looks back at the box and goes, very, very cool.
I'd still like to keep an eye out on the door.
Okay.
Just-
Make a perception check.
Okay.
What are you looking for exactly?
I'm just making sure nobody walks in
Sure.
at any point.
Well, if you're just waiting for someone to walk in, then no one's walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to keep an eye on it and just make sure that nobody enters.
He like reaches his hand in and pulls it out, and it is a small scorpion
Let me
stinger.
see.
Goes, this.
Don't prick yourself.
What part of I'm not clumsy do you not understand? If you please.
I would have said that to any of these people here had they picked it up.
How many NPCs are you gonna piss off?
The big bad
Dude,
is
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
have
have
so
an army
many-
of people
Every
that he
single character voice I can do is going to get mad at him. And this guy's got 2 voices. Kind of picks it up, looks at it and goes, looks to be in good condition. Very good condition. He kind of sets it on the counter, and then he pulls out a little part of the side of the box, and you notice there is now a vial of what appears to be the same liquid from the box. And he takes out his old vial and puts it in there, and then he kind of goes on the counter, and the box, you hear, and just the gears revert back, and the box is now a box again. And he picks up the box and goes, good to have this back. Very good indeed. He goes, this, I believe, is for you, pointing at the stinger.
I go grab it,
You grab the stinger.
put it in my back.
How do you grab it?
Carefully, of course.
Carefully.
Not,
So you
not
like
getting
2 fingers.
stabbed by it, but
Yeah.
just
You pick it up, and you would have definitely seen scorpions before. It's like hard. It doesn't feel like a normal scorpion stinger.
does it know? Do I notice if there's any sort of poison or anything in it?
Make a perception check, or no, a nature check. That is animals.
Nope.
Hard to tell. You're not very good. You don't know your arachnid.
So the stinger is what Leolis wants, apparently.
Yes.
So, just because I rolled to see if I would do this, I actually rip off some cloth, and I'm like, you may want to put that in something else. It seems to be possibly dangerous.
Take the cloth from him and I put it in the cloth and I still keep
Sure.
Oh, of course you keep it, but it's just like,
I'm gonna try to take Thorn aside. Will you go?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
So they're like talking over in the corner while you guys are doing this.
Now, obviously he doesn't care much for me. Couldn't possibly know why, but would you mind trying to see what he wants out of this, or why this transaction is going on?
You talking about Tingle?
Yes, he won't listen to me.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I can hear you. By the way, you're still in my store. It's not that big. I can hear you.
Your business. How did you get connected with Leolis, and who is he?
He's an old friend.
That works at the academy?
Well, no, he doesn't work at the academy. But we're old friends. And he borrowed that from me. Kind of holding up
And
the
you
box.
said he stuck a vial back into the box?
Yes.
vial of the same blood, or
The empty one.
oh, that
He
you
has
second?
a vial
Oh,
of
okay.
that he like pocketed.
He doesn't work at the academy. He was merely visiting.
So, this may be a dumb question, but
Maybe not.
if you just needed the vial to open the box, and we're bringing back what was inside the box to the dude anyways, why not just send the vial to the box instead of the box to the vial and then bringing the item
Because we
back
weren't
to
sure if it would work.
Well, that's not how I designed it to work.
So you
Which is
designed
very-
this.
Yes, I did,
Box.
and I'm finally getting it returned because the Oris did not give it back.
Now,
But hey,
the box or the item inside?
box is mine. I made the box.
So
That is, well, that belongs to
Is everything you have for sale out in the store right now, or do you have more interesting things?
make a persuasion check.
one more thing, Dingle.
I was about to say, I
You
feel like a
seem
man.
like a man of decent character, but what can you tell us of Leoris? What kind of work does he do?
Well,
Or she? We don't know.
oh, he's a he. Don't worry, he is a he. What is it?
Mine's a 6.
6. He
Not
has
persuasion.
ignored you and moved on.
I honestly
From-
am kind of interested in the same thing, because if he can create a box that is so intricate, then why would he have a bunch of trash out?
I got it
Out
back,
front.
I don't care.
Anyways, he goes, well, to be perfectly honest, I don't know what he does, exactly. I was never told, I was not allowed to know, but, that was not my decision.
And do you have any idea what he might want with a stinger?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh man.
How was your quiz?
Can I
Not
try?
great.
Can I study
Nine.
this object and try to? Oh wait, did you pocket
in
it?
his pocket. But he goes, well, just kind of shrugs with a smile.
Does it
Guess we'll have to find out
have?
for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Does it have any
Okay.
magical value to it?
Same shrug with a smile.
I look at him.
Just as muscle, do you think anything's gonna attack us? Is it valuable enough for us to get attacked on the way back now that it's not in box?
I take out a gun.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone would attack you, especially since I don't think anyone really knows about it. And to be perfectly honest, I don't even know exactly what it does.
I
I'm
take
ready
out.
to go.
Yeah.
I take out a gold piece and I put it on the table. Does it have any magical value?
He just stated he doesn't know what it does 2 seconds ago.
He was shrugging. That doesn't mean that he doesn't know. It means that he doesn't want to tell.
I don't know exactly what it does. I just told your friend this, and I don't accept coins
All I
for
care
things that I'm
about
not selling.
is that I'm eager to get paid, and I think we have spent far too much
Yes.
time here already, so let's leave.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for the dagger.
I just walk
Not
out.
a problem.
I say nothing.
Okay. What's everyone's passive perception again? Actually, I have it written down because I am smart. Except for Jake's, I don't have yours.
15.
15.
You're just higher than mine?
I also don't have yours, Joy.
Wisdom, dude.
13.
13 as well.
15.
10.
Yours is terrible.
It is.
Okay. You walk
I
outside.
put my wisdom as my dumb stat.
You walk outside, and you notice, because you were the first one home, you notice 2 footfalls from different people, like 2 different sets of footfalls.
Okay.
Sound like they're coming from above you.
Okay.
You notice, you notice them as well when you come out. You notice 2. You don't notice a thing.
Well, that guy was weird.
And actually,
Do I know where they come from besides up?
just up.
Okay, So I know
Unless
someone.
you can make a perception check.
I know someone was.
And if one of you two wants to assist,
Oh heck yeah!
I will definitely go down.
So
you can roll separately or you can try for advantage, but
21.
21. They're coming from the top of the shop you just exited.
So I just look at Oscar, give him a nod.
Yep.
We should leave.
Yep.
Not
know that there's-
not any like thing stressed.
What's your armor
but
class?
Just say we should.
My armor class
Oh shoot.
is 11.
11. This isn't the right thing. This is the right thing. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Can I roll
As
for
there's-
something?
Is your
What?
saving throw?
For that, no.
You didn't
That was
notice.
your AC?
You have no
Notice.
idea.
There is a, and you feel a sharp, in your right shoulder, and
You said 4 points.
4 points of piercing damage. And you look up, and there are 5 shadowy figures jumping down from the rooftop, and that's where we're gonna take a break.
Oh.
All right, after the magic of editing, we're back, and we're gonna roll initiative for all the things. It's just the dice thing. Cool. Alrighty. Initiative. I will write on here, because it's easier than putting it on one piece of paper. Okay. In that case,
Well, that suits role playing. Continue.
okay, let me just put right because I didn't do this before because I'm dumb. But that's okay. Alright, 25-20. What did you get? Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, 2015.
Oh crap.
No one? Okay.
No, just wait.
15 to 10?
13.
12.
13 and 12.
Just wait.
My character does not expect anything from you.
And 10-5.
Just wait.
5 to 1.
I got a 2.
Let's go.
It's not a 1 though.
Oh no.
I got an at 1
My last
plus 1.
drow fight, I got a nat 1 and he killed me.
Alright, top of the round is Oscar with these 3 individuals currently down on top of you. The other 2,
These are on the building. I'm
these
assuming
are
it's
on
behind
top
us.
of the building
Yeah.
behind you, yes.
Hey. To be fair, do you want to say since I got a nat 1 and I just got hit, I'm on the floor prone?
It's usually how it works.
Sure. We'll do
Okay.
that. You're like,
I hear him get hit. I am going to disappear.
you want to take the hide action? Or
I'm gonna try to go in stealth to make myself as scarce as possible,
I would say,
if that's possible.
looking around the street,
There's not much to hide
there's
behind.
not much to hide behind.
Dang it. Proximity, how close are they?
These guys are only about 5 feet away. They landed pretty close to you. This guy, because you're up front here, is what, 5, 10, 15, 20?
20
He's
feet away.
right at the entrance.
And then the building is 30
Right.
feet.
Yeah.
So we've walked completely out. We're
Yes.
30 feet away from the building. Okay. Give me a synopsis of the other buildings.
Sure, so the other buildings are pretty similar in construction to Dingle's.
More locations. I don't care about their construction necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Just
Um,
like, this is Dingle's.
Dingle's. This over here, a lot of these are homes.
Okay.
Right here, it would appear there are no like lights of any kind on inside the windows that you can see.
Okay.
It seems like everyone's either out or is still sleeping in them. But like the ones in the general vicinity are houses.
Okay.
Dingle's is the only store in this area.
Okay.
Oh jeez.
Buildings.
Oh.
4 corners.
Yeah. Let's see. Bam.
I was actually thinking more like that because we're on top of
Oh
it.
yeah. Thank you for reminding me those are there. Bam. 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 And then let's see.
Just
Building
to
is
get
about So this is about the line of buildings right here, along.
Okay. And this is the
Area.
path.
No, the path goes this way.
Okay.
So this is the entrance to the shop.
Yeah.
Which is here. And then,
What?
No.
No.
no, it'd be this way.
Yeah.
It'd be over in
These
that
are the
direction.
buildings here. This is the
Yeah.
path down the middle.
The path is down.
I was. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying the
So,
path was like
building
this.
here
I was
then?
trying to mark the path.
No, it would be along the same line.
Yeah,
Here?
it's fine.
Equals,
We'll-
yes.
yeah.
There we go.
Cool. Cool.
There's nothing to hide.
There's not really
And
anything to hide
also you're
unless
fighting drow right
you could also. I mean, you could admittedly try to get in through the door across from you. Could hide in there.
It's inside. There's not much. Not worth it.
Right.
So, looking around, do I notice who they're paying attention to most?
They. Check this. Are paying attention to him.
Okay.
To Lucius.
Cool. Then I'm going to use my movement to get behind this one.
Okay. So.
Because he's paying attention to. Would he be technically more back here than he's paying attention to him?
Yes, yeah, he would be like here, these two surrounding this one, kind of focusing on Thorn.
Rephrase. Focusing on him, then I'm gonna go behind that one.
Alright.
More important.
Hey.
And this one goes.
Yeah, he goes there. Thank you. Right. So you move around behind him as this hooded figure is kind of engaged with Thorn.
Do I notice they're all drow? Or are they not drow?
I would say make a perception check. I'm not going to count this as an action.
Okay. This is just 14.
They are not drow.
They are not drow.
Not drow.
Okay, then I am
They have very weird faces. You have never seen these things before. They almost look like drow. They're definitely not.
The only thing I was concerned about is if they were drow, because I would not attack them if they were drow.
Not drow.
So, with that being said, I am going to backstab the crap out of this one.
All right, and he is engaged with Thorn, so this will have sneak attack damage.
What do I roll?
You roll a d20
Okay.
to see if you
Yeah.
hit.
Nope.
You run around behind, and even though he's kind of focusing on Thorn, he hears you, and you go to stab with your dagger, and it's just a kind of out of the way and then back to where he was.
Okay.
Very quick. I don't know if you can do anything else.
What do I add to that when I do an attack roll?
It should be your dex modifier plus your proficiency. So that's your proficiency is a 2
It would have
plus.
been a 10 then.
Are you serious?
My dex is 5, my proficiency is 2.
That's a 3 now.
So,
No, your dex is a 3.
that's it.
No, that's
Saving
My
throw.
bad, my bad. So, 7. I'm just kidding.
7. 7 still does not hit.
Cool.
I'm afraid. Which should bring us. I need to double check initiative because I'm good at that. Alright, there's a definite silence for a couple moments, and then the door to Dingle's opens, and Dingle stands in the doorway and just comes out, and he is going to use this fun little thing as soon as I find it again.
He rolled initiative too. Interesting.
Yes, he did.
And he's better than. Oh, jeez.
He
Maybe being on first wasn't a good idea. I'm glad it didn't hit.
Where is it? What is the one I'm looking for? Just that.
Why?
Just in case.
He runs out. No, that's the wrong one as well. Why am I not finding that one here? It is this one. Is that this the one I need? He comes out.
There's somewhere gonna hit.
He runs out, and he is going to cast a spell. You hear him to this one.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
hear
thought.
him say, "Leave," and the drow, or not the drow, the figure looks at him and begins to turn like he is about to leave. Like turns back up to the rooftop. I should say. So he comes out and does that, and then bonus action. Oh yeah.
When do I get those?
He didn't. Wait.
Next level.
Whoa, that was weird. Because
What?
we definitely.
I know. You didn't roll high enough.
Well, I didn't roll for it. That's fair.
That is all he is going to do.
Okay.
That's all
Next.
Dingo is going to do. Next on the initiative order is going to be not Thorn, G.
Bonus action rage.
Okay. There's a fish guttural.
I am going to move right here in between these two.
Alright.
And then I am going
What are those
to,
called?
with my
Murgle.
great sword,
Relax.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
Murlocs.
attack him.
Alright. Roll for an attack.
That is a 15 to hit.
15 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I would hope 15 hits.
Yeah.
15 hits.
We're not fighting Dingle. I'm sure
Right.
he's got a stupid high.
That is
You
8
don't know.
damage.
8 damage.
That is correct. I have no idea. But I'm just saying he's got a bonus action. So I'm just saying.
Alright, you calm down with your great sword, just and you cut through the cloak, and there's like a mist that comes out of it.
Wait, so he missed?
Knew it.
You shut your mouth. Just. Let's see. So he now has. If I can do math properly.
Wait, do I see this, by the way?
Yeah, you.
You're
Oh
prone.
no, you're prone, like face down.
Face down.
Then I attacked this one, and you're back here. So you're about 10 feet away from me.
5 feet away from you, 10 feet away from him.
Oh, yeah. 10
Yeah.
feet away from Daniel's
Okay,
hit.
use that one.
Okay, cool. Oh no, that's
Cool.
all of your stuff, isn't
That
it?
is movement, bonus action, and
Brings us to Thorin's turn.
Alright,
Like
so-
you, Mr. I can attack twice in one turn.
If I try to leave and go fight this guy, he would get an attack.
he would get an
of
attack of
opportunity.
opportunity.
Alright, I'll just hit him then.
Alright.
That is advantage, is it not?
Mhm.
Flanking.
Yeah.
Do we have flanking? Oh.
You're flanking with Oscar.
So I roll with advantage on that attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Not advantage.
Okay, that's good because I rolled a 1.
Yeah, you would have had
And that was
advantage.
a 2.
Sneak attack.
Oof.
Yeah, that's what was
So
it?
first attack was an 8 to hit, which...
8 does not hit.
Alright.
And Cool Monk's just natural
Natural
20,
20.
okay.
This guy's gone.
Potentially.
So that's 4 plus 4.
2, correct?
So
4
a-
plus 4?
My unarmed strike is 1d4 plus 4.
Plus 4? I thought it was plus 2.
It's plus your
It's
dex.
plus hit chance is plus 4. Right?
Hold on.
Oh no,
Plus my
you rolled a
dex.
high
Yeah,
dex. That's
19.
right. I rolled
Because I can
crappy
trade
dex on
my-
monk class
Yeah,
life.
so, yeah.
My
Yeah.
dex are...
You lash out with I don't know what are you attacking with? Your fist.
My fist,
your
yeah.
leg?
Yeah.
You just and he goes down instantly.
Oh, so he goes down, so he does fall.
He is he's gone.
Unconscious,
He's
Dead
gone.
or unconscious?
Oh, he's a monk, so he's dead.
He's
Dead.
dead. Got it.
He
Yeah.
is dead on the ground.
Put your fist through his face.
Like you hear a
Oh.
definite crunching. Which brings us to these guys.
Question.
Yes.
Did I see the slash through the guy that we're in front of? And how
Yeah,
it was
you did.
ethereal and how that was physical.
hmm
The difference between.
It was more like it bled that stuff.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It bled that stuff. You
Oh,
hear from up top on the roof as these two.
You might be
scream.
choking.
He's not-
Use the
and, and this guy actually is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
Oh no, he goes up here. So he's going to go up onto the roof and disappear out of sight. Along with these guys are still kind of peering over. But he goes out of sight. And then this guy, hearing the scream, goes. He actually ignores him. Ignores Lucius on the ground. And
I'm almost
over
dead, man.
to Thorn and is going to attack you.
Dude, I only have 8 hit points.
Total?
Yeah.
That is going to be.
Now I have 4.
As I double check the hit bonus on this. That is a 15 hit.
That misses.
Okay, that's a miss as you.
A fifth. Wait,
Here.
did you say a 15 to hit misses?
Yeah.
He has
What the
17
poop?
armor.
I
He's a monk.
freaking forget about monks, dude.
Just-
oh my god.
The dagger comes out and you just hear it. Dodge out of the way. Easy peasy, you're trained for this.
Freaking Matrix over here.
This guy is going to jump down. What's this guy?
Oh man.
They are going to
no.
pick up Lucius.
No!
Ooh.
Yes, this guy's going to pick up Lucius.
Body slam.
Oh look, that works. He's
That
actually
works,
picking him
yeah.
up.
That is an action in itself, picking him up. Correct?
Yep.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
But this guy is going to attack Dingo.
No, Dingo.
Man.
Thing will be fine.
Uh oh.
Yeah, this
If you cast Fireball on him, he's gonna eat that Fireball. Watch.
Dingo just there's a and you're and it's pretty good cut. That was a good stab right there.
Alright, if he dies, we're looting the store.
Might need.
I heard you.
Hey, that was definitely not my character's voice. Neither of them.
Might need blood to open the trap.
All right.
That's why I keep on hitting his head.
That's why we just drag his body behind us.
Which brings us to Lucius's turn.
Who's
You are
being
currently
carried.
grappled.
So, I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver at this guy who's picking me up.
Okay. What is the thing on that? Is that an attack roll or a saving throw?
Ooh, one sec. That's a good question. It actually doesn't say it. One sec.
Can't do that.
Wait. What is this?
I got a big
Is this
monitor.
attack roll? Oh, it's an attack. It says attack / save. Intelligence of 14.
Intelligence save. Okay. That is.
Nice box.
I know. As an 8, he fails.
Okay.
So what does it do?
So it does 1d8 of psychic damage. Or,
Okay.
sorry, 1d6.
What's the description?
You drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. Unless the saving throw is successful, the target takes 1d6 psychic damage. And the first time it makes a saving throw before the end of the next turn, it must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the save.
Okay. If I'm making a decision, what should I roll?
And I rolled a 1. Okay.
What do you mean?
Yes, for no
So it
decision.
takes 1 point of
Sure.
psychic damage.
There's a. And but he's still got a roll to be on.
Evens odds.
Okay.
And I don't think you can do much
You don't
with
have
your
anything.
bonus action currently.
I'm just gonna bring attention to the fact that I'm being picked up and carried away. I'm
Help
gonna be like,
me!
help!
That's for even snow frauds.
Alright, that brings us back to the top of the round with Oscar. What are you
That's a
doing?
cocked die.
I'm making a decision outside of
Okay.
still odd.
Whether or not you want to help me.
That is exactly a decision.
I was thinking so.
Can I even get to him?
5, 15.
But he's there, so
Well, there is a 5 foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this guy, you
20,
would
25.
provoke attack of opportunity on him because you would run by
Well,
him.
if he moved to this square, wouldn't he still be like within
you
combat range?
you would
of both?
move. Yeah, you'd go 5, 10, and then you'd be in combat range.
shoot. I would be in combat range of both of them.
You would be in
would I not?
combat range of both of them. Yes.
Who looks worse off?
Of these two.
Dingle and whatever.
Lucius.
I don't know how many hit points are you at?
I'm at 4 of 8. I'm halfway dead.
Who looks worse?
Both look
See how
pretty bad.
pessimistic I am?
Both look bad. Okay.
Both look pretty bad.
Whichever one you don't get, I'm getting. So
Metagame.
sorry.
I would say, do I see him
That's fair.
approaching me?
Huh?
Do I see him approaching me?
Yeah.
I would say, go for Dingle.
You kind of already yelled. Thing.
Okay.
It's a weird
I wanna-
D&D.
Can I psychic? I can.
That would still take
telepathy.
an action.
So
of
you're
some
pretty
sort.
preoccupied right now.
That's fair.
Oh wait, roll d20 because you cast a spell.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about this.
12.
Okay, we're fine.
So excited for when that
I
happens.
gotta remember that every time you cast a spell.
I am going Ooh. If I attack the one that's holding Lucius.
Yeah.
Is it a disadvantage because he's there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna attack the one that's doing nothing except standing there. The
Okay.
one that's attacking Dingle.
Sure. Just straight attack on this one.
It's a 10.
10 misses. You go to stab, and it just
Yep.
dodges out of the way. But because I missed advantage last round, I'll give it to you this round because I am nice.
Well, he's in combat with Dingle, isn't he? So what did he?
He is technically in combat anyway. Yes, that is true. Actually,
It's worse.
it does not help at all. Oh, Joey.
I'm low level. This is normal. Rogues are at low level.
You'll get there. You will definitely get there.
You wouldn't let me hide.
I'm sorry, there's nowhere to really hide here.
Moving on.
Alright. Moving on. Next is, I believe, Dingle. No. Yes. Dingle's next. Dingle, having just been stabbed, is going.
Would I recognize the type of magic Dingle used?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, jeez. 18.
18. It is a source of divine magic of some kind.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
That is a cleric spell.
He is going to. Here we go, Dingo. This is fair work. He lifts out his hand and he says some words, and yeah, there's a bright light that has like some lettering floating through, and it goes and hits this guy right here. It does.
This guy.
It just and the head explodes on this guy, and he just falls dead on the ground.
Very nice.
And Dingle just kind of just in pain.
Not what I thought would choose, but
Hey, I make all of my NPCs a bit interesting and a little. You try to make it unexpected. Alright, that brings us to, I believe, Thorn. No, it leaves us to G. Thank you. I have to go between my rule book with all my spells and such, and then.
I'm going to move right here because I'm in a rage.
Mhm.
So actually, the closest enemy would be who I would attack.
Yep.
So I'm going to swing with my great sword.
Here we go.
Nope. That's a 7 to hit, which is misses.
7 to hit does in fact miss.
Can I do a strike with my bonus yet?
I don't remember. I don't know barbarians very well. Because I've never touched them. And I have made a few characters barbarians, but they've never gotten a chance to do anything. You want to double check and we shall see. Because
you're MVP right now.
Well, he softened him up personally. I just.
Well, actually, that's not true.
Dingle is.
But yeah,
But he's not
wasn't
the party.
empty.
Gets
Which-
stabbed.
once again, when the
Kill
head
him.
exploded, it's like this this kind of mist.
Interesting. So there was no mist when he punched him in the face.
Yes.
No, because it,
Yep.
you
I
do
can
get that because
make
barbarians.
Yes.
Or is that's only when you're raging, right?
Yes, only when I'm raging, but I am raging.
Yep.
So,
Go for it.
How many turns can you be in rage?
Until he does not take damage or he does not attack. Or attack.
So he
Get
has-
attacked or attack.
He has to take damage to.
He has to
do it.
either
and it
attack.
lasts for 1 minute if.
Okay, got
He
it.
has to either be attacked or attack, otherwise it immediately ends. Natural one.
It is a natural one.
You just after that you like hit the wood ground, and you're just kind of like, "Ah!" You can't get it out of the ground for a bit.
Okay.
And Thorn is your turn.
So the description of what you're saying, the mist and everything, it kind of looks like the Taken. How if you harm them, it's the black mist. type stuff.
I would say somewhat. What is it?
I see that happen. I just chuckle a little bit and then go back to it. 11 plus 6 is 17. Does that hit?
That does not. I'm kidding. Yeah, it hits. That definitely hits. It does not
What?
hit.
I'll go ahead and roll my second attack.
Well, I would wait just in case. Because you never know how much damage you get.
That's 4, so that's 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. You right in the gut, and it's looking fairly hurt.
And then I rolled a 9 plus 6, so 15. For
15 hits.
That's another 8.
Another 8 points
gosh,
of damage.
dude.
You just in the gut, and then just deck him in the head, and he is down.
Oh, I missed this.
And there's like
Starting to limber up now.
I'm
Alright.
actually really worried about what happens next.
Oh, you should be.
Yep.
This guy is going completely off the map at this point. This guy is going to cast Spider Climb on himself.
Ooh.
Make his way up. He gets to the top, but not over the railing because he is moving at half speed because he is carrying Lucius. So he's stay in there, Lucius. Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, on there with Lucius. So that's what he's going to do, and he kind of says something down to all of you. Does anyone speak Undercommon?
Yes.
You do. He calls you some very foul things, and then says something along the lines of the planters shall never regrow.
Do I know anything about what that means?
Make a
Planter.
religion check.
Well, I was about to say Ishi versus Bishi. Planter versus
14.
planter.
14.
Not bad.
You would know that, as I kind of told you with your backstory stuff, Ishi died some time ago.
Okay.
And you know Dishi has kind of been silent ever since then.
Okay.
So you would probably guess it might have something to do with silence and the death.
Gotcha.
But what exactly about that, you're not sure.
That's fine.
You're not exactly sure.
It's pieces I'm putting together. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it me next?
No, it is actually going to be Lucius's.
Oh, yeah.
You're on top of the roof now.
Still grappled.
That would be interesting. Okay,
They don't know what I just learned, correct? Because they couldn't understand.
no, but player
No one else
knowledge.
can speak Undercommon to understand
I
this.
speak 5 languages, guys.
I speak 2.
I speak
Woo!
6
Just
languages.
I speak 5.
Where's that
5
from?
languages, dang.
Oh, that's from Putnam County Spelling Bee. Anyway.
One of them includes these games.
Okay, so
Very useful.
Yes, it is.
this actually doesn't say. Wait, where does it say I roll for this?
If there's no save
Damage 1d12.
Oh, it's that spell.
Witch bolt. Yeah, you roll. That's an
Okay,
attack.
so
Attack.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Witch Bolt on the guy who's carrying me. So basically, what I do is I extend my staff out towards the I guess the ceiling of the cave, and I out of my
the weird
hand.
world of grappling, where you can still do this stuff. It's so weird.
Ranged attacks.
It works.
But
Grapple is a weird.
the
just reduces your
you
movement speed.
see an electric bolt travel from the tip of my staff out the tips of my fingers, blue crackling energy, and
Nat
20
That will definitely hit.
plus 4. So
Definitely hit.
I got 24, and it does double damage, correct?
possible damage. The
Okay.
dice is damage.
Yeah.
12 is that one, yes.
Okay. So that's gonna be 11
22
Good.
damage.
plus.
No,
Oh,
it's
just the
just-
dice. Okay, so 22 damage.
There's a from the darkness of the top and just it's not like a lightning bolt. It's more like you see like just kind of bits of lightning touch your staff off through your hand, and it just it's just fried to a crisp.
Do I fall? He was on top of the roof at this point, correct?
Yes,
Okay, so I'm on the roof.
you are on top of the roof,
Okay.
and you would notice the other guy like a few rooftops away at this point.
This one.
Yes. Or yeah, that one, whichever one. Yes.
I'll yell down that he's running away.
Yeah, because combat's technically over. We're out of initiative order.
Oh,
for
you
the
have
moment.
to. You have to roll.
So what
Yeah,
happened?
you
Initiative?
cast a spell.
Yep, I have to roll.
Could you imagine?
Got 6.
I
Okay.
mean, that would be a way to die.
You quite way indeed.
What roll do you have to get? 1?
Yeah.
Okay, since I am still in my
Ooh,
rage,
I can't wait for that
can
to happen.
I? And we're out of initiative, right?
We're out of initiative.
I would like to run up to the building and climb up, because I think did you say something about there being another one running? Yeah, you said someone was running away.
Yes.
Yes.
I climbed to the
I'm
top.
gonna-
Your rage would end by that point because
Would
you wouldn't have attacked or been attacked within 6 seconds.
Fair.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I'm gonna search this guy's body.
So can I climb the building?
You can climb up the building. I'd say it's easy enough. At this moment.
I would like to throw a javelin if I can see him.
So what's the range on javelins?
120 feet at disadvantage.
It will be at disadvantage because this guy has been dashing away.
You kill the drought.
This would be like throw.
No,
Ooh.
definitely not.
What is it?
5.
Yeah, no, the javelin just hits a rooftop.
No.
I'm
And now I
gonna
have 3
go over
javelins.
to Dingle and see if he's okay. And ask
Yeah,
him if
you
he's
see him, like-
okay.
And there's a little bit of healing in the skin, kind of comes over just a bit, not a whole lot.
I would like to search
He's
that
like-
body, by the way.
He goes, "Is anyone else hurt at all? I got one more in
Can
me."
I hear him?
You can hear him.
One moment, please.
I would really think it was funny if you kind of just rolled off the roof and hit the ground.
It would be flipping hilarious.
That's more
Do you
your
need some help
personality.
down?
I want to search the body first.
Okay.
Alright, make an investigation check for me.
Mother freak. Yikes. That's gonna be a 9.
9. You kind of open the cloak, and the parts of the body itself from the lightning just there's like a faint mist kind of rising out from the cloak.
Can I push it off the roof?
Sure, you push the cloak off the roof, it's just
No, the body.
there's no body.
Oh, there's the body.
The mist.
It's just the mist.
Gotcha.
Thank you for your help, Dingle.
But you find 3 gold pieces,
Yeah.
as well as a couple of daggers. If you want them.
Fair enough. I'll take them. How far is this roof from the ground?
Talking.
8 feet, 6, 7
It's
feet.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's.
I rolled off.
No.
It's
Yeah.
more your personality.
Make a
Makes
acrobatics
sense.
check for me, please.
I got a 13.
13. You roll off, and it's just like you're in there, and you're like, "This is a really bad idea." That's cocked. And you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you zoom on your back on the ground. You're just like,
And
"Oh, that
and
was
as
a
I
really
land,
bad
I'm like,
idea."
I'm hurt.
I jumped off the roof.
You jump off there, make an acrobatics check for me as well.
It's 6 feet. I don't think it's big.
I just want to see how it lands.
You said acrobatics?
But he's rolled.
So
He was
we
rolled.
want to
Yeah.
open the door, I think.
I'm sure it's not athletics, we just did jump acrobatics.
Touche.
He said 6 to
that's
8.
gonna be
Yeah, it'd be like
10.
I'm talking
10.
like a normal
You just kind of
curve route.
hit the ground. You're fine. But you rolled off, which is what happened. And he goes, alright, and he puts out his hand, and you gain 8 points of healing.
Well,
Full health.
Well, we thank you for your help, Dingle. The boy here would probably be dead if it wasn't for you.
Probably.
Also for
Probably indeed. He goes over and will inspect the body of the guy that attacked him. He kind of looks through. You'll note this body, besides the head being gone, is still intact. As well. And he's like, amazing and interesting. Amazing and interesting.
Do you have any idea what
One
this
got
is?
away.
2.
Two.
He goes,
No, just
one.
one.
I thought there were.
He
Okay.
goes, oh, that reminds me, how long has it been? Ooh, could be coming back. I don't know. That spell doesn't last forever. It could be bad. He might not come back.
It's not coming back.
There's probably not coming back, or if he is, he probably sees this and is probably not going to pick a fight.
Exactly.
Mr. Dingle,
Yes.
thank you. And then I hand him the golden and daggers that I found.
He goes, please, I would rather not take anything from a corpse.
It's not from a corpse, it's from me.
Make a deception check.
I was gonna say that's.
Okay, that's gonna be a 19.
Okay then. Very well. So mark off 3 gold and
So
daggers.
I never added it, so.
So tempted as my character because I was up there when you looted. But you just got. Question is, I know that you said that they're very, very scarce. Is there any guard, anything around here that might look at this and get the wrong idea?
Make a perception check.
Dingle, do you have any idea what these were?
Yes.
Just ask.
Yes, actually I do.
Dang, dude.
Actually, make an intelligence check for me.
21, by the way.
21. You don't see any guards around. Especially none of the shadow guards.
18.
18. You know what these are as well. These are called. I actually used something from the monster book instead of homebrewing some for once. These are darklings.
Interesting.
These are darklings. And you know that. You would know that some of them live in the dark world. And the drow have some squabbles with them because they're kind of jerks and try to kill and pillage, but the Shadow Guard are really good at keeping them out.
Gotcha.
But you know that that's where they would have come from.
Do you think they were after what we collected from
I need to double check with
I wonder what that one said.
He goes, kind of looks at you, knowing you had picked it up. Yes.
I'm gonna ask him.
They definitely, probably. I'm surprised they would know. It's strange, very strange, amazing, but strange.
Do they normally group together like this?
Yes, they would.
Do they get so far in the city? I figure the guard would keep them out.
That is the interesting part. It
Dingle.
has me very concerned.
One more time. You really don't know what this thing is that you gave us.
Make a perception check again.
Natural 20.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
It's the same as last campaign.
He will whisper to you what it is exactly.
You just want to text me.
I'll text it to you
Yep, that's wise.
because
Discord.
it's easier, and unless everyone leaves the room, it's a bit of a pain. I'll send that to
Yep.
you right now through Discord.
And we'll finish looking through the rest of the bodies, I guess.
I was actually thinking we should put that in one of the corners. Give
Yes.
a little bit more space behind.
I might just take it somewhere else.
That
We
works
don't
too.
necessarily need it. Unless we could keep the games in there.
Good. I was
I know
thinking
who
that
that is.
corner, just kind of having it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just because
Even if the games don't take up all of it. Does it have shelves in it?
Yep.
I might do miniatures, that way
That's what I
he
was
has
thinking.
access to
Mhm.
miniatures and
I was actually thinking of turning the table this way as
Oh.
well.
This is what happens
He
when you
sits
roll a
there,
natural 20.
And we're on the sides.
You get to learn things.
Just because
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
space to move around, because he doesn't need to move as much as we do.
So he tells you that, and you alone.
And now it is vital for me to know if we can trust this Leoris with this.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes, you can.
Okay. We should go.
There reminds me something about that, though. It is not Leoris that this is going to, as far as I know.
It is going to Leoris as far as I know.
I was sent by a man who would have wanted us to think he was Leoris, but I know he is not.
We can, when we go back, we can ensure that it's given to Leoris. What does he look like?
Well, he's...
Can I cast Minor Illusion to shape a face and then adjust it to his descriptions?
It's not really how minor illusion works. It's one image. It's not an image you can then alter.
Then I'll recast it.
That's a little iffy.
Trying to be creative here, man.
I know, but it's a little iffy, and you want to start rolling some natural ones? Wild age.
Can I pull him aside?
Well, hold on.
Yep.
Well, last I saw him many years ago. Many years ago. That's amazing. It's quite amazing indeed. He had longer hair, a blonde, typical of elves, and he typically wore some religious garb of Ishi, of course, and he had a tattoo of a scorpion tail coming up his right eye.
That definitely wasn't him.
It's good to know.
I would like to telepathically say to him and watch his reactions just to see if I can notice anything. I'm going to say, Vara.
Looks around and see, did you do that?
I speak again telepathically. Do you know that name?
I don't think so.
You have no need to distrust me.
But once again, I don't think so. You can always insight check. Just saying.
You make it easy.
15.
Can't tell. It's hard to read.
I will say to him,
DC was very high.
I will say to him again telepathically, I'm not sure who I can trust at this point. I need to know.
By the way,
if
he
you know
responds
his
to
name.
him out loud, of course. He goes, well, I can assure you that you can trust me when I say, if there are problems, Darkwood, Darklings are getting out, you should probably leave.
Do they know it came from the Dark Boys? Don't think we said that.
Dingle would
He
probably
just
have
did.
an idea.
I was gonna say this.
So Dingle would have said that.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Were things to smash?
Yes,
yet.
but I don't think you'd want to do that right now, at the very least. But you could. We could go see what's going on. I haven't been to the Darkwood in quite some time.
We had a job.
Where is that in relation to where we are right now?
It would be probably about a 30-minute walk to the our side town.
We had a job.
Because
We need to
you
complete
like
it
would have
before
gone
we
over to the
continue
right
to
just
do
a little
anything
bit.
else.
It's on the left.
Do you think it would be worth going to the king and letting him know about the situation?
Would the king
I
listen?
think it
Would the
would.
king do anything about it?
To me?
I would have to agree with Lucius on this one. We need to complete our task first, and then.
In my opinion, if we already have discovered that the person that we're giving this to does not look like the person that he just described.
How high is your intelligence?
Not that high. Learning disability, but not.
Who
He has dyslexia.
who exactly sent you?
Sorry.
It was the headmaster, correct?
Yes.
Mm.
It was.
We are supposed to go back to the headmaster. We are not
I-
going back to.
I once again will speak telepathically to him and explain the situation.
What
Telling-
exactly are you telling him about it?
I'm telling him that the headmaster knows about this, but it was an elf who will not reveal his name.
Can you describe him for me?
Describe him.
I
The
do.
elf with
Oh,
the-
yeah.
I do. I describe him in as much detail as I can.
I would say that's easy enough.
Including his mannerisms and
Make a.
Because we're not supposed to go back to Leoris. We're supposed to go back to.
We haven't met him.
I'm just saying the one that calls
You're
himself
supposed-
Leoris. We're not going back to him. We're going
He
to.
did say he called himself.
to be
Leoris.
fair,
He
yeah.
said we were on business for Leoris.
Yeah.
To
Make
tell him
a
that's who we were there
general.
for.
You get an intelligence check. Just general
Maybe we could
intelligence.
have just asked that guy's name.
I nat 1 on
Intelligence.
intelligence.
Definitely don't know the mannerisms.
Okay, that's fair.
That's why I wanted to see. Because. I believe he is trustworthy. I believe so.
Did you guys have
Do you
that
know his
conversation
name?
out loud in game?
No, I was just talking to Joey.
So,
No.
Can I tell if he's lying?
Make an insight check.
Okay, that doesn't. Does that count? You want to count that? Okay.
Technically.
Nat 20.
Whispers and more whispers.
I'm so happy
Can I check
because you said this would be the hardest name to figure out.
Can I check the rest of the bodies?
Yeah. To make an investigation check. 3 left.
Oof.
I'm
That's
helping
one.
him. Just say it.
Okay, you can roll with advantage or you
Yes.
can roll separately.
Roll advantage.
Would you send it
Save.
through?
What are the odds? Yeah.
Did you send it through Discord?
7.
7. You find amongst the 3 bodies down here a total of 8 gold pieces.
Nice.
And each of them carries 2 daggers. From what you can see.
Do you have any interest in these daggers?
I'll take a couple just to have some. Are they stabbing daggers or throwing daggers?
More so thrown.
Okay, then I
You
will
can stab with them.
definitely take. Do you want throwing daggers?
I look at him again, and once again, telepathically, I say, "Stop lying."
Intimidation check, please.
18 plus 4,
Yes, sir.
22.
22.
That works.
I got a 22 for intimidation.
How many throwing daggers?
Each of them has 2, so that's a total of 6.
6.
With that, I
He
illusion
goes-
fire in my hand.
Goes, please. Right. Please.
Also. Okay.
He goes, please. I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
None of us really do.
Neither do I. Tell me the name and we can go, please.
I don't know.
This is also
I
happening
know you're lying.
telepathically. Yeah, I'll just stare,
Yes.
stare each other down.
He's
Yes.
saying it telepathically.
He's saying it out loud.
out loud.
I don't
So
believe
you're
you
hearing
do.
like half of
And
the
I find
conversation.
it quite insulting. If you please.
I find it insulting that you're lying to me.
Well, too bad. Because if I am, then I am. And if not, then you're just being rude.
Then tell me why.
Lucius, we do not have time for this. We are on a task.
Time to go.
This is bigger than this task.
I say
Then
that.
say it out loud.
It's. I don't want others to hear.
I say
But
that.
I will tell you at a different
Then I
time.
don't care.
Then leave.
Bye.
Let's go.
Yeah, I go with you guys. I believe that we should report this to your king.
You can't just say the same thing over and over again. It does not work on people. And that's all you've done.
Dude, I don't know what else I can do after a nat 20 insight.
You could
22 intimidation.
You could let the story develop a little bit.
Not worry about it.
And keep moving on.
So will you take us to your king? That way we can discuss this.
I think we should get this item that we have in our possession out of it before we do anything else.
I don't want us to get blamed for an attack in the streets.
I'm not worried about it. I told
Are
the
the
guards.
These are underlings?
Yeah, they're
Are they any friends of the Dark Elves?
not at all.
Then they won't care.
Not at
Actually, where's everybody heading?
all.
Back.
What time is it? How long is this taking?
Also, this one. To go where exactly? Oh, this whole thing. I would say
Why did you
about
grab that?
because this one's mine. This one's not Tristan.
Gotcha. I
Yeah.
thought that was.
Nope, that one's Tristan. Or Lucius. Sorry.
Okay.
I would say this whole confrontation and the shop and things took around an hour and a half.
So it's what, 6 p.m., 7 p.m.?
It'd be more around. You got here around just before 6, so it's almost 7:30 ish.
Nighttime
Should we
outside
just
then.
find some
So we
sleep?
are staying in. Okay.
It's a 2-hour trek back to Ishi.
Give me. I would know of the inns in town, the
Mhm.
city, whatever it is.
You would also have a place here.
I'm gonna
Whether or
take
not you
them,
want to take them there.
I'm gonna take
just
them to
for clarification.
a blended inn, if that makes sense. I'm not taking them to one that's
I feel
mainly
like
drow.
most inns are. Yeah.
Sure. You go back towards the main street, and like kind of near the entrance, there's one for like the visitors and stuff.
Yes.
Not so much a drow exclusive place.
Yes.
The name of which is simply called the Dishi Inn, because
That's fair.
it's the visiting inn. So
That's
they
fair.
went very simple, so people know exactly this is the place to be.
However, we're gonna go there, get a room, whatnot. My plan is to pit stop there, get a room, then head to the castle.
Just by yourself, or with everybody.
I'm going to let them know I'm doing this. If they choose to stay, whatever. If they choose to come, cool.
Alright.
I don't care.
You come into the inn. The tavern keeper is actually a tiefling in the place.
I'm
Oscar,
trying to
question.
decide.
Do the underlings go outside of the Underdark, the city? Do you know?
What that question confused me.
The darklings.
Do they come above ground?
I would know that. Do they? I don't think they do.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
I
I like the dark.
I would feel more comfortable if we camped just outside the city above ground than staying here.
I agree.
I want to stay in the city as little as possible considering what we just dealt with.
If you would like to stop by the castle, it's fine, but I believe you should leave the
Jeez.
peace with me.
I don't say that, but I'm thinking it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. We'll head to the castle and then we will leave.
Okay.
Sure.
You make your way down the streets of Dishi towards the castle. You see the normal guards as well as some shadow guard around, but nothing out of the ordinary. It doesn't seem like anyone's on edge.
Yep.
And you approach the castle. No one stops you at the front gate, but when you kind of go inside and make your way towards where the king would be, the 2 shadow guards there see you, and they're like, okay. And then they see you, and you, and you, and they're like, once again, the kind of the same voice though.
We're going to see the king to let him know of trespassers within the inner city. Or we can talk to a person who will get the information to the king. I don't care. Just need to let higher ups know.
And they are required.
No.
I'll wait outside if you want.
They're just my traveling companions, and they were with me when we got attacked, so I would just need to let them know about it.
Alright. Very well. You may go in. So,
Interesting. I didn't expect that. Okay.
so if I could have you three leave the room.
I knew this was coming.
This is
Oscar,
what happens when you solo.
Could you hand me my sandwich, please? I'm quite hungry.
I'm confused what you're asking.
My sandwich, please, Oscar. You wrapped it in the cloth earlier.
Ah, yes. I do give him.
You give me. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You're doing this openly, not like.
No, well, like,
Yeah, he asked it.
Okay.
It looks like a bundle. It looks like a sandwich.
Okay. So, you enter the dark hall of the Drow King. In here, the lights are off. They like more dark in here. And he appears to be talking with a person in a robe, one of the scholars of the court, as you would recognize. But hearing the door close and looks over you and goes, special recruit sent on the mission. Have you succeeded in retrieving the lost piece of Ishi?
Not quite. I'm getting closer to the goal. I am currently invested in a quest for. Is it with the religious side of things, or is it with the mage's side of
The
things?
mage's side of things, which
Okay.
are more the higher ups in
Gotcha.
Ishi.
I am currently on task for the whatever archmage, whatever his
Yeah.
name is. Yeah, the
Yeah.
high guy in the
Yeah.
mage thing. Currently on quest for him.
Oh, that's very good.
So
That's
I'm
very good.
definitely getting it in. However, I just needed to come by and let you know about underlings getting into the inner city and attacking people.
When? How? Where?
About half an hour ago, in next to the name of the shop, and I can't remember.
Dingles, things, and things.
That thingy. We were on quest for him, like I said, and dropped off a box, but we don't know anything about it. Nothing came of it. I don't tell him all the information.
Make a deception check.
Omission is deception.
In this case, yeah, because he would kind of be like, that's a little strange. That there would.
That I wouldn't find out if that makes sense.
Yeah. You are very lucky. You are so lucky. I rolled a 9. Very lucky.
Okay. Yeah.
Goes,
So
I see. Well,
they
But-
did mention something about in another comment. They mentioned the thing that you told me.
the planter shell or everything.
Yes.
See the eyes kind of go wide for a moment, and the expression kind of really sinks.
Mm-hmm.
Goes, this could ruin everything. We've worked years for this. When are they expecting you back?
After we finish our conversation, we are headed back to Ishi to finish the quest.
Are they expecting you back anytime soon?
Yes. Do you need me not to go, or do you need me to do something else?
You could go into the Darkwood, and
Would it need to be tonight, or can I prepare?
if you could go tonight, that would be best.
It is going to be difficult to convince my companions. The underlings kind of frightened them. Is there anything to persuade them? Would bringing them in here and talking to them help?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
It's all logical.
It's very logical. Oh, come on, I really want you to succeed at this.
Double.
A 7 and a no. The other one was a 7. The other one was a 7. So that's
No, that was double nat
that.
one.
No, that was a 7. I'm pretty sure. What? Oh my
Why was that a persuasion? I mean, you are the DM. We'll let you do what you do. But
Yeah, it. He goes, give me a few moments, and I will join you outside.
Okay. Do you want to bring him back in?
Yeah, they can go back in. Go get him.
If you're going to let him know, double that one. I guess.
Woo!
Just want you to know you missed the best rolls in the whole game.
Yeah.
I got a double nat one.
Let's go.
With advantage.
With advantage, I got a double nat one.
Wow.
Alright.
So productive talk then.
He comes back out of the hall.
Oh yeah, I come back and meet you guys outside where you're standing, and say, just wait a moment, he's coming out.
About 10 minutes pass.
The king?
Yes.
About 10 minutes pass,
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
and out of the little door to kind of your right, like the wall, kind of you see a line just appear, and then like creaks open, and there is a drow there, and he is wearing more like they're pretty ornate and nice, but they are not very fancy robes. It's more like he works here in the castle.
Chamberlain.
Yeah, kind of like that, like a chamberlain.
Chris.
And he comes out and he goes, well, I have been instructed by the king, as he had been informed that the three of you might need convincing of doing a little task this night.
This night? Yes. Next night? No.
This night would be preferable.
Preferable, but not possible.
Definitely possible, I would hope.
Is there things
Said
to
they-
smash?
Definitely things to smash.
Are we getting paid?
Most likely.
The longer we wait, the harder we
But the king requests that you go into the Darkwood and figure out how these Darklings managed to get into the city, and maybe kill any that know how. In fact, definitely kill them.
Oscar, how do you feel about this?
I think that it would be in our best interest to
defend your home city.
go on this task for the king because it is of vital importance.
What can you give us in return?
I suppose I would have to think it over. More so, His Majesty would have to think it over. And I'm.
I would like to roll insight on that.
Okay.
To see if
Nope.
it actually has something planned now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this Chamberlain's hard to read. He's like, but I suppose it would be very well compensated if you are managing to protect us.
I don't necessarily think that we are just looking for monetary compensation, but favor with the king.
Interesting. I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you,
I put my hands up.
looks at Thorin, and looks over at Lucius, looks at G. Goes, depending on how grave the danger, I would think favor with the king.
How grave the danger, or how important of a chore we're doing for him?
Will you be sending someone with us to ensure we complete the task?
If His Majesty can send anyone, he can, but considering probably best you are not noticed, it might be best to just have the four.
Crap.
Is there anything that we need to bring back as proof? Is what I believe was asking.
I'm trusted enough.
Yeah, as
We'll
long
be fine.
as I am told from him that task is
So
complete.
what
Fine.
that means is I don't die.
Let's go.
Mhm.
Let's get this done.
Beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate this. I knew that it would require further convincing than I could give.
I just
I understand understand your hesitations. I do believe this is vital to our current quest.
I do want to help your people. I just hope that you can hold on to what we need to.
Of course. We'll be fine.
Great. Leaving it up to you. Do you want someone sent with you, or do you believe you would be quieter and quicker? Less.
Are you saying that your soldiers are not quiet and quick?
I say they can be, but
I
still
do have
larger
a
group.
I do have a small request.
Oh no.
And back in my for my people, whenever we go out in battle, we are normally given healing materials or something to aid us inside of that area and to be sure that we can stay alive and complete the task. Is there any type of healing that you can give us?
I was actually going to ask for an edict to send someone along, but we've met already.
Let's get back
Good.
to that. Who?
Yes. Yes.
Someone
Yes.
not.
Dingle.
Dingle again.
Sir Dingle.
Sir Dingle. Oh,
The cleric.
Also,
Shop.
he. Give me a moment. Steps over to the side. Oh, I need to count this. Hello, Dingle. It's me. Chamberlain. Chamberlain Thorley.
Oh,
Have some adventurers here. They are going to deal with the Darkling problem. I believe you were a part. 24 words. Stands there for a moment. Yes, I believe he will be here shortly.
Awesome.
and for compensation for Mr. Dingle, could he be knighted?
I like that thought, except I don't know if there's a hierarchy like that with the drow.
Could
It's
his official
not
title be
so much-
Sir Dingle?
It's not so much like that. It's more if you're a knight, you're part of the military.
Yeah, it's
Could his official title be Sir
I'm
Dingle?
sure that Dingle will be well
Well,
compensated.
It is better that we discuss other now for potions and different things of that nature. Do I need to roll persuasion with him?
Yeah, roll perception.
That is 13.
not too bad.
13. Okay. He goes, well, I do believe I could squander a few. One for each of you. Just a normal healing potion, nothing fancy, but definitely useful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right. In that case, I will be here in just a few moments, and hopefully Dingle will be here by that point. And instead of going through the door he came from, he goes into King's big door. Yes. You have a question.
This is a meta question,
Uh-huh.
and just something that I've noticed in different DMs and how they handle things. Did you expect Dingle to be an accompanying person?
I was not sure how you guys would treat him.
Okay.
I didn't know if you call him or just ask for something in the Kings.
Okay.
It was definitely something I considered a little bit of,
Good.
but whether or not it happened, I didn't know.
Okay.
I knew he was going to be a part of that fight if it happened there, because balancing, but
Again, he's a cleric.
Yep.
That's another reason why I asked. Type of magic.
Yep.
He hasn't had time to
We have
To
not
rest.
rested.
Yeah.
We have not done anything.
I mean, we're fine though.
I'm fine. I'm not.
I've only
raged.
cast one of my 2 spells.
I have no rages left.
this would be quite interesting.
This will be something.
Do you get one back on a short rest?
Don't believe so. I believe it's long rest.
Double check that.
Because you
Also-
have meditation, don't we? Or I.
Oh yeah, I have meditation
Yeah,
too.
because you're elves,
Trance,
so you
sorry.
get
Trance.
4 hours for a long rest,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is
Forgot about that.
awesome.
I'm gonna take Oscar aside and share with him what's I've learned.
We'll go out there.
No, I'll just show you.
Sweet.
Yeah, he'll just show you
This
This is big.
the bottom.
Like, you rolled that natural 20, and I was like,
That's
oh,
what I
they're gonna
wanted
know
to
what
do.
this is now. Woo, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I need you to share with him what we know.
About,
I would tell him, especially with that.
can you whisper it to him?
I
Or
don't
did
remember
you-
enough detail. That's why I said you.
Okay, I
I'm
figured
sorry.
as much. It's totally fine. They will do it.
You hold on to that.
We all tasked now.
Yeah, you must complete a long rest before you can rage again.
Well, if we leave, and could we rest for the nights? Isn't it always nights here?
You do recall the king wanted you to leave.
Immediately.
Post-haste.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he doesn't want us
It'll
to
be
return
fine.
back to Ishii, 2 hours away, then he won't want us to rest.
It'll be fine. I didn't take any damage.
We're all full health. We're fine.
As he eats a whole can of peaches.
I know he's.
Can we say that his character is actually doing this?
I don't know where you get a can of peaches down here, but I would say cool.
So yes, we had this conversation.
Woo, that was a great priceless face to see right there.
I come back enlightened.
Very much so.
Is everything alright?
Woo!
Peachy.
Enlightened? Ha ha! Ooh, I was about to do a fun, but you
So we're just waiting on
Yes.
Dingle right now.
You're waiting on Dingle and the Chamberlain to come back.
Okay.
Chamberlain comes back in about 10 minutes.
Healing heals what?
Yep. Potion of healing.
Heals
Believe
what?
it's what, 1d4?
It's 1d4.
1d4 plus.
2d4? 1d4? Trying to remember that.
I think it's, wait, is it 2d4 plus 2?
I think it's 2d4 plus 2. I want to double check because I can't remember. Potion of healing, 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
lit.
And everyone gets one of those. And Dingle will get one when he arrives as well. Which he arrives about 20 minutes later after you get the potions. And he goes,
Is he at full health yet?
yes, he would be at full health now.
Okay.
Because of things and stuff.
Yes. Just making sure.
He's like,
It's everything alright, Dingle?
you know, it's really hard to turn down a request from the king.
You're telling us.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Did you hit your head again?
no, I've never hit my head.
I didn't say it this time.
At least not within the past hour. So,
Are you ready for a little adventure, Dingle?
I think you've proved you're not clumsy.
yeah, I think we can begin.
Excellent. So now we're just waiting on the Chamberlain? Or is
No, he gave you the stuff already. As
Oh,
well
okay.
as-
Do you want to catch your breath first?
No, we can go. One catch as we walk.
Let's head up.
It'll be fine. It should be fine. Amazing. Adventures are amazing. Oh boy.
Let's head out.
Alright, you begin.
I am so excited for how you play this out.
Oscar, if you would like to take lead. I suppose.
Absolutely. I will definitely be doing.
You and Dingle kind of walks along beside you, leading the way towards the dark wood. Easy enough. Yes.
I'm gonna whisper to Dingle. Does he know what he had?
He doesn't.
A yes is all I needed.
But you asking him about, he goes, he looks over at you. Kind of goes,
Okay.
just gives you a little slight nod, barely noticeable.
We make our way to.
I guess actually we had it the whole time. We had it the whole time, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But semantics.
Yeah.
But you make your way towards the dark wood, and there you would know there are some shadow guards posted kind of around the border of it, but you don't see any
I just had a thought.
about.
They can't see.
No.
But
So-
he has a staff, right? That he could change.
I have a
He has
staff, but I
lights.
don't have light.
I'm going to try to find a light source that doesn't affect my vision.
So
Actually,
torch?
as you
A
approach,
torch would affect my vision.
Can we
as
get-
you approach,
Yeah.
he goes. Can you hold out your staff, please?
Trust him.
And he goes, and the light spell is now cast on your staff
Oof.
for I need to
Oof.
the duration.
Ooh.
That shouldn't affect you though.
I was gonna say, I don't know if that
Wait.
affects my vision.
It doesn't
Wait.
because it's not some.
Can we, so these sources of black fire, like light, are they attached to torches? Can we grab one of those?
There aren't any near the.
Well, I'm just saying, as we're traveling, could we find one instead of this? Because this is going to make us a target. They're gonna see us a lot easier with this.
Well, they said that they wanted us to kill all of them, so.
They said to. Well, I think they said they wanted us to investigate the
It would be no
Definitely.
different than taking one of the light sources.
Yeah, there would be.
We can't turn off the light source, but he can turn off the spell.
Yeah, it's only 20 feet.
I just thought that they wouldn't see the light source because it doesn't affect your guys' dark vision. I wasn't
what
sure
I
how
mean
that
by
worked.
That is the dark vision I can see in the dark, but if it's a torch, then it affects my vision. I can't see in the dark anymore. But a light like this, I can see, and they can. It's different.
Because it's
I was-
it's light in 20 feet.
I
and then
I
you
merely
shine for
I
no-
merely meant that I thought it wouldn't be as much of a beacon as this would
It's the
be.
same.
For
But
weapon
yeah,
wise,
I wasn't
just
sure how it
resistance,
worked.
I'm gonna pull out my shield.
Sure.
And have that out, and I'm gonna use the dagger
Wait,
I
as a
think I
weapon
actually
instead.
do
That
have
way
a
my
shield.
AC goes up because I can't reach.
I'm going to have a conversation of how stealthy are you guys? Are you good at hiding?
Yeah, as you're I have a question. As you're making your way into the dark road, could I have you roll a survival check and David will roll one as well.
Almost so good.
If
7.
So you look around. You're like looking for tracks, right? Because you know it's what you're looking for. Look around, and after a moment, Dingle looks up at the treetops, and he goes, "Broken branch, up there." I think that's where we're going.
so, I will be honest. I'm not very stealthy. If it might be to our advantage if you walk ahead of us a few paces to alert us of any possible trouble before we alert them to our presence.
Any of you perceptive?
I'm pretty percent.
No.
By the way, just as a thing, how are you moving through the forest, and what is your marching order?
I'm in front.
In front.
I shall be.
We'll put Dingle.
I'll lead up. I'll take up the rear.
I'm gonna put Dingle behind me.
Okay. So you guys can go ahead and.
Alright,
Pretty
so
much
you're
any-
up front.
Actually, that's not true. I'm gonna put me in front. You are here.
Okay.
Dingle's in the middle because I'm more farther in front.
I'll bring up the rear and
So
kind of be
you can-
watching our backs as we
Yes,
go.
that's
along.
exactly
So
it.
light's emanating from here.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I don't need the light to.
No.
Need to go.
Also, I'm gonna hold the staff out like this.
Sure. Alright, how are you guys moving?
Like, are we gonna try to stealth?
Like,
Is
are
that
you
what you're
walking stealthily, or are you going normal?
asking? Might as well
pace?
try this.
I'm gonna
Yeah, try
I'm
stealth.
I am walking stealthily for sure.
Alright, I need a group stealth check.
What does that mean?
Everyone's going to need a stealth check, and we're going to count successes versus fails here. That's nice.
What'd you roll?
26.
Oh,
19.
22.
Okay.
13.
13.
8. That's pretty even, actually.
That's not too bad. You up front,
Going.
basically they're like, they can't even hear you at all, but they just kind of know where you were, so they're just
I'm like,
kind of following.
I'm like, wait,
Um,
he's still with us, right?
Meanwhile, as you're like,
I
you're
don't have
going
my
through,
land legs yet.
Yeah, you're like going through, and there's like, as you start to hit a branch, and Dingo kind of turns around and goes,
It's like he's walking on potato chips.
says that. But overall, not too bad. Not too bad. And then you make a perception check. and someone can give you advantage, or someone else in the party can roll.
Do you have good perception? Because I have good
I
perception.
do have good perception.
Okay, you want to do that?
15.
15. As you're going along, and you, Farhad, you're having a hard time with, even though, you know, you see the shapes of the trees, it's still like, there's a tree and there's more trees and there's more trees. You notice, Thornton notices that, kind of looking up, because Dingle pointed out, they kind of veer off to the right, and you kind of notice that, and
Do you know?
It's an elvish common.
And it looks like they go over to a sort of underground, rocky, almost like a small mountain area. You don't notice this, however.
Yes.
So he would have to inform you.
Dingle, you see there?
Dingle looks up and goes, Yes, I do. Where?
Oscar.
Hold on. Pulls out a wire. Oscar, we're going to the right.
So I'm
And
gonna
you
sit
hear
there
it.
and look, and then I can see where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make your way over in that direction. And
They're not really following me though,
not
because
really,
I'm
no.
invisible.
Yeah.
But at least
Moving
you're
along the
a few
same
paces
way.
ahead of us,
Yeah,
so you
I'm
can
like,
you can
see.
still hopefully warn us.
Yeah.
Well, if you get a good perception roll.
Alright. You come up to this rock area and you recognize it as that place we talked about in your backstory.
Oh, interesting.
It's that place.
Okay.
And you can see the different kind of little entrances.
Did I ever figure out how it works?
That we'll have to find out later because we never finished doing that.
Yep.
But I will say for the moment, most likely you're going to at
Okay.
this rate.
Yeah.
So technically you do for the moment. Technically.
Okay.
Can you make a perception check?
Nice.
Beautiful. 2.
You
There we
see
go.
on the ground near the entrance to the cave you remember, it appears to be a dead shadow guard.
That's ooh.
Is it a cave?
That cave entrance.
We're still behind him at this point.
Yes,
We
you
don't-
guys would definitely
Yeah.
see
I
this.
am going to motion to them to like stop and like just stand aside.
Can we see him?
If I'm being obvious about it, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm being intentional. I need you to see me, so I do like the whole motion, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, you see definitely the remains of a dead shadow guard. The flames gone.
I'm going to investigate.
You're going up to it.
When I say investigate, I'm going to see if there's anything that's going to jump out. Any?
That would be perception, so I will
That would
count. I'm gonna count that roll for it.
Okay.
You look around, kind of wait a moment,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear it's like a as a rock tumbles down.
So I know something's there.
You know
for
there's
sure.
something there.
How far away am I?
I'd say you are about 40-ish feet from it.
Okay.
It's like the tree line, and then it kind of cuts off. It's open up to this
As we
entrance.
stand in the back, I was going to whisper to Dingle, be like, what are we looking for here? What's supposed to be out of the ordinary?
I'm not sure exactly. I think, well, it's strange the Darklings would get past the Shadow Gods. That doesn't make much sense. It's quite amazing. Quite amazing.
So I'm going to ask if this forest that we're in, this cave is not very far into the forest, but the underlings I'm assuming live way past the cave into.
Oh no, this is pretty far into the forest.
Okay.
Like you've trekked for like almost 40 minutes.
How big is the forest? How much further does it go?
You are not sure. You know
Okay.
this is the end of this side of it.
Okay. But the underlings live just in the forest in general, or
You
specific?
don't know where specifically
Okay.
if they have a specific place.
But I know that this is well guarded. This cave.
Yeah.
It's-
You know it's
They're not
very
here.
well guarded, and that is very, very strange.
I'm going to go back to the rest of the group. Let
Okay.
them know about the dead body.
Alright.
Let them know that there are something there. assuming it's
Make
on
a
end.
stealth check for me as you
Absolutely.
leave the tree. Or like where the tree line ends.
Good Lord. 10.
You're very lucky.
Yes.
You make your way back over to the group. They're all kind of there with bated breath.
Should I stab it?
Wait.
The dead body.
Did you see?
There is a dead guard in the cave. There is.
Kind of god. Shadow god.
Yes. There is a presence around the cave. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I'm assuming under.
I'm turning, looking to the woods, and just like keeping an eye out as they're talking.
Perception check.
Beautiful.
10.
10. Trees and branches. Which, by the way, there are like no bird noises or anything
Right.
through this, but that's normal
It's
for this
underground.
one.
So I let them know what's going on. I let them know that I'm going to get closer.
How far away? How far did he come back to like let us know how far away
How
from
far
the back
back
of
were
the
you
cave?
guys staying
Yeah.
from?
I was gonna say I think it was I'm like 20 feet in front of them, or 20,
20 feet away
Yeah.
from where you just went. Okay.
20 feet in front of them, and then
So it's about
60 feet.
it's 60 feet to the wall of rock in the entrance to this.
That's where you just were.
I thought
He
it
was
was
at tree
80
line.
feet from where they are, 60 feet from where I was.
No, it's 40 feet from where you were.
Okay, yes, then. Yeah,
60 feet.
60 feet.
Whatever we do, we should do it together.
I cannot.
Do you plan on going in there?
I'm going to investigate around it. I don't plan on going in yet.
He is the stealthiest among us.
All right.
I just need to see what's going on.
What is your call if you get into trouble?
Noise. Anything.
Where is this a tree line? Are we right at the edge of the tree line now? Like right where it ends?
No, you guys are about 20 feet from it.
Yeah.
So
was
could
on
we
the
come
edge.
to the edge, like closer to the edge of it in case you need help, or should we stay?
I think you need to be at least 10 feet back from the tree line because it will
We'll
be
just stay.
apparent.
We'll just stay.
If I shout, can they hear me from the
Oh yeah,
entrance?
they would
Okay.
be able to hear you.
Okay.
A dead silent wood if you scream in the woods.
So, the way that I want this to work, the way I'm envisioning it is, do I know if Dingle's stealthy?
He did pretty well going through the forest. You know that much.
Okay. I'm going to have Thorn and Dingle go up 10 feet closer to the edge of the forest. I'm going to have those two stay
He
behind.
goes, before you go, I grant you the blessings of high knowledge, and you have guidance.
Which does.
1d4 to your next ability check.
Beautiful. Yes, and then I'm going to go investigate the cave. I am going to get 5 to 10 feet from the entrance just to see what's around.
Stealth check. This is where.
What'd you roll?
7 plus 4 is
11.
11
You can
plus D4.
So you're approaching across. You're about 20 feet
Mm-hmm.
from the entrance.
Do I roll the D4 yet?
You can if you want.
Like you said next.
It's still your choice. It is your choice. It lasts for up to a minute.
That's 11. This 4 is 15.
That pushed it over the edge.
Check this. This is gonna be so close. You're sneaking up. You are about 20.
Can me and Dingle like looking at him? We don't see anything happening.
Sneaking, you're about 20 feet away from the entrance. And you're here. And there's a rumbling of the rocks. And, let's see, you're,
Up here.
let's just say for the purposes of this,
Yeah.
this is the cave entrance right here. You're
Sure.
about, 20 feet away. I'm not going to bother measuring it at the moment. You guys are, by the, that's
About
about
20 feet.
So we were a little closer to him. Yeah.
Like, this is the tree line here.
Oh, okay.
So you'd be like here.
That's exactly 20 feet.
There's it. And springing from the mountainside is a giant rock creature, and it slams on the ground, looks at you, and with a rocky and that is where we will end this session.
Hello, this is your host Tristan. Thank you for watching Adventures in Habanshall. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and share this with your friends for more future content. We'll see you next time.